We don't enter house.
Okay. Watch live now.
We don't enter house, guy. So introduce yourself, guy. Hello? Hello? Where is guy this? Mm, well, it's like we lost. It's like we lost Clement. And where's the man? That's his stuff. Clement. Clement.
Hello?
How you doing? They say what you
Yeah.
happen.
I did hear you. I did hear you talk. I said that you don't call it again.
So the time we say Dubois once swim deep with Joshua, I seen the bypass. I seen the pass guide Efe Ajagba. You don't. You see what you see what he talked today about.
But they watch up. They watch up on YouTube.
Okay, and say in promoter Frank Warner they already thought said I saw you drop Joshua or I saw you get
Now, Frank, what
Joshua, all those stuff.
Now, Frank, what they push that narrative now? They talk say it's sad now. As Joshua beat to at the end, now so the boys beat to and so now the boy go take out Joshua. So now Frank Warren, they push that narrative within Fisher. That guy. The matter be say all this ship. So if they talk anything he wants, but if he enter ring with Joshua, he go feel likely end the career very early. But truth of the matter is say he never reach in tongue. So that one major go sit down first. Never reach in tongue. Not talk life not talk by talk.
Supposed to talk about people. I just see one comment. This comment, more may I go through comment for you. Now see if I can go through comment here. Now they show you. What I see for you. Especially people they talk say man. Say na so Dubois, na so my taxing. They compare it to my taxing. Which kind of comment to that one?
So if they compare to Mike Tyson, Kevin Johnson, maybe say how many years Joshua don't beat Kevin Johnson before that US boy go fight now. Why you not take Kevin Johnson out now? I think get that power. Say, all these people we just talk, some people they will just wake up in the morning. They don't go smoke that paraga. They will just talk with their like. They don't even know they talk. And me, I know those things, I know they're surprised because now so that's it they be. Anybody with this successful, people they pursue that thing you get. So I expected.
And they wait maybe to better join us, but I don't know whether they get chance now. But anyway, sure. If not, they watch it. If not, when they watch this video, I'm gonna click that like button. I beg. On a jaga to the watch video because we they give you, great content. I take my time here.
Better content too.
They give you that better content for page. No channel they do it for free because we Nigeria
Especially for now.
we want to appreciate our the people so.
I'm so you about that.
So he never even call out Nathan Goma when he win the last win we get against Razvan Kojolo. He supposed call out Nathan Goma. Why don't we call him out?
And I say all of them when they don't reason say man, say they need to buy one kind house or buy one kind car, they go lose him man. Who go give us this money? Now Joshua now. Although when they call Joshua, don't be say they go fit beat him for fight. Not because of the fight. Now money these guys they forget this will be businessmen too. So at the end of the day, they do for me now. See Miller, the money where Joshua they go collect for that Joshua fight. All the fight they don't fight. All those 22, 23 fight they don't fight. I mean at 25. If you combine that together, you know reach one fight money for Joshua. So whether win, loss or draw, you know, in life don't change. So sometimes all those people they talk, and they see I'm not be only for the boxing perspective because they know say they don't go to be Joshua. Why don't they call Wilder out now? Because Wilder can fight. Because they don't say Wilder a useless person. They call Wilder as one go fighter. You just waste your time because you don't go be better money. And you are career PPN. So why don't go call Wilder out? So they know that when you fight Joshua, maybe the cash cow, your life will change. You just say me if I go I don't call Joshua out. Oh, call Joshua out now. Maybe give you better point. You can sleep, collect 1 million. I go change my life will don't change with that. So now the matter now. So those guys know waiting days. They know waiting. They pursue the money because the boy never even. Don't be that one. Don't be talk self. He never even Joshua side. I know wish I could beat Joe Joyce. If you ask me, I would let alone say Efe Ajagba. They go, you know that, in career will just end early. That's why they say most of them, I don't know why they don't want to go fight Ajagba because they're not in a risk at this stage of their career. They'll just get that L very very soon.
I would say, man. Even though say Dubois, I like Dubois. I like the guy. I like this guy's style. I like the guy composure. But the thing is, say they get they get big head for this hype where they get from media, especially from where they give out of this.
Then the iPad now, let's say no matter
Big
what they say, anything where they mention Joshua name for people, they sell for them, whether you like it or not. Like I said, my business too. At the end of the day, so you don't see any interview. Maybe say they interview heavyweight boxers, or they mention heavyweight boxing. Maybe say Joshua name no go, go dey inside the narrative. It's impossible now. So if they interview normally, but they say what be the hope for the future. They look at people like Joshua fight. They will tell you say, say now the fact that they want. Even them know they pursue people where their life don't spoil. Either people will say don't get something and then them say they pursue. So maybe all of them they pursue Joshua because they know that now the dream fights, now that fight they will change their life, they will change their destiny. Now opportunity for them, if they feel win Joshua, now opportunity for them to they dictate the terms. And don't forget now Joshua get all the belts now, so all those things will come. No, before we say different people just get different championship belts. Now in a unified heavyweight champion. So if you need that belt, of course, now Joshua might be your next point of.
All those guys, I beg, as not they watch this show, so make una click this like button, I beg, when I they watch, click the like button, because we're giving a raw content. So me, I claim they giving a raw content. You feel me, so that's cool. But anyway, Sha, who you want me if I Ajagba fight next?
I look Joyce or Dubois. Either of them. I don't lie for you. Now my own dream fight for Ajagba long time.
That's what you be. You want me Frank Warren there.
May they just decide. May they just decide the matter
Frank Warren go carry. He go carry headache. Carry.
May they just decide the matter.
He go carry heart attack if it be some that kind of fight happen.
Because that's the boys now. They don't do iPad.
And the thing be say, what you
Yeah, that guy. So I want to that guy test himself actually. If you beat Ajagba, hey, I can't throw Sabi for and say yes, it's Sabi.
The boy no fit beat
Don't be one go the iPad say if they run with the campaign saying drop Joshua, they'll call the iPad. So the car come come sparring. They come spar. They come do this one. So we go fight like Ajagba. He beat him. I go say yes. This guy, he worth the talk. And by the way, why don't they fight themselves? Why don't they fight themselves now? Because those three people, they got to come up now. And that be the new people got to come up. So may they fight themselves. Most see the one we strong pass. Never even mention people like Adam Konaki. Never talk of people like Oscar Rivers. Now Joshua won't go fight. That guy don't get sense.
Even Charles Martin self guy.
Never go fight Charles Martin.
Charles Martin, I don't say go beat Charles Martin.
I don't see that guy beating Charles Martin. Dubois, he's a good fighter. No, he no be. He's a good. He dey strong. You know, he get that better punch. You know, but he no get skills. I don't watch him fight now. He don't get that skills. He don't get that movement. He don't get that. You know, see skills when he fights. Even Fury, we don't get punching power. He get those skills. The boy don't get skills, but he get power. So you go see take some years to compete on the elite at the elite level. So at the end of the day, you go just say that Joshua won't go fight. As far as I'm concerned, Joshua need to employ ministers of slap. People they slap from people because some of these people they talk nonsense. We want watch how you will feel compete from the ground up. You don't say okay, this guy good. Then you cut out okay, now Joshua the next. Maybe when you never do anything, you just got the measure say you don't fight Joshua. Who you do?
Maybe
guys,
not Chris the warrior.
That guy not Chris. If that guy don't get fever, I don't know. But this is how he dey talk.
Boy, I love the sporting guy.
Now just joke. Now just joke. You won't fight Joshua. Shebi na Frank Warren. Now they manage him and Tashi Fury. So why you not let him fight Tashi Fury now? Just as the white and Joshua fight for mushroom boxing. They say charity begins at home. So make a go first fight Tashi Fury. In the craze. I think you don't want to build.
TV said that they use Joshua. I think that they use Joshua's name till they say fight in a way. I don't know. Maybe I did wrong.
Now, what I tell you now. Once you mention anything related to Joshua, onto a fight or spars, they use that thing. They build their own profile. Why they use that money work for them? So why won't other people try to use it? Joshua na brand. Now people don't know. Joshua na brand. Not your boxer. That guy na brand. Now brand. Let's about get the brand. Brand Joshua. So they don't get that twisted. Everybody they want to be connected to that success. They want to be connected to that success.
All of them when they watch, so una see yeah. Mona click the like button. Mona support me because haters go come now. Click this like button. I beg. Mona they click the like button. Understand? Make this show they grow. Because if I do this show, the show not grow. I feel just stop myself. So Mona they click the like button so that you understand. This thing gonna go viral. People gonna join. Now people join me say if I want. If I want join. You know. That's so we see about.
That's so the matter day, but at the end of the day, I know say man. Now that undisputed fight, now be the cocoa now. Once Joshua just knock this guy, when he fall faster than a plate of Alabama barbecue, that's that big match wider. And God knows him, man. Everybody will come collect. We're going to collect after they will collect one by one. One by one. So
What do you think about this Lucas Brown?
Ooh,
Lucas Brown de Valen.
repeat that again.
Lucas Brown, now this guy de Valen, the guy will be saying we fight Otis a few years back.
Um,
You don't know de Valen.
wait, oh. Nah, heavyweight boxer.
No, I ain't been now.
Charles, what's you call him again?
Lucas Brown and de
Oh,
Valen
Lucas
fight.
Brown.
Yeah.
That guy we did a white beat.
Uh,
In a former WA champion.
no, but I see the I fight next fight against de Valen.
Then that guy not supposed to don't go retire. Um, I see the value could be that guy.
Mm,
The value could be that guy. For my own, I believe so could be that guy because
oh boy,
that
see
guy
us.
not be as good.
Oh boy, see us. One person don't dislike the video. Self. At the time, I know they watch more than like the video. I know I like. You see us. So.
That's about the people.
Oh
But
boy,
the people just full everywhere.
not be smart, you know.
They don't
Like,
really stop us from doing that work. So that's a problem. The thing we go where they go. We go reach where we supposed to reach.
okay, me I read Victor Bada saying they tried to get her. Well, bro, I sent you the link already. I don't know why it's not working, but let me check it. Let me check again. Bro, you have to let me I write you. You have to download Google Hangout. And yes,
On that app.
they ask question because they just updated their system or their software, however you want to say. That's the reason why. You see my brother. Let me send it again. Let me try again. Now the same link I send you Nabi.
Yeah, then yeah.
The same link now. I send I give me a see whether I go this time around. Maybe because before me and I talk before now. Me and we talk. Yeah, before. See, easy. They have a division, Sha. What do you think about Apochi? If you talk about Apochi, no, he one move to you know to I
Yeah,
mean move to heavyweight. Who you want
I
to go
believe
fight
say
next?
nah,
There you brother.
yeah, I believe say that if he move up, he could just make the heavyweight division they more busy, more competitive. You know, I believe he go fit catch up because him a good fighter. I to be a disadvantage, minor disadvantage, but again, people like Povetskin,
Mm,
regardless of their height, in accomplish a lot of things. So
mm.
once they learn the trade well, stick to what they do, you know, they motivated. The guy go make out for the
I,
division.
I I just gonna read something since so
Yeah.
If Ajagba against the Dubois, it go be like Water Joshua case.
I tell you now, that's what the fighter wants to see.
I just look at because you see Ajagba, he resemble Ward in a way
Mm-hmm.
of for face small, but not be for
Yeah.
for Stasha because in depth more build than what a slave well.
What an excellent guy.
In them more build and in what a top person selection.
Mm-hmm.
And Dubois he get the Joshua body, but the thing is say into the um, static, robotic in a way.
In round. Let me like pop up. So yeah, you go double that fight. And in times of like which they don't achieve similar, it is so.
Mm,
Now only Kevin Johnson, this guy don't feel knockout. Then Ajagba he win because of disqualification. He don't
mm,
knock out every other person. So they get similar resume. So now the fight they're supposed to put on with that. Now everything we want to see. Everything we want to see. 'Cause that fight will let us test Ajagba well. Say okay, which essence of punch Ajagba will receive
mm,
and how the boy if he collect better punch for Ajagba. So that fight would be very competitive. From there, they move up to like they fight people like Oscar, they fight people like Konaki, because they fight people like Milan. That's what this is about they go. All your joys in the mix,
mm.
just they run the thing, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah, it be. Mm.
Now which are they losing, now which are they look.
That fight, I had the reason it go be like water Joshua fight like that.
I will tell you.
The thing we say Ajagba no be a guy with the paddle like that. The paddle.
Hmm.
That's
No need to talk too much.
wait. May I read the some comments from here. Um, I could start from the beginning, Abi. um, Olusutin Imade say na so support AJ. Well, say me. Wait 1 minute.
No wahala.
They call me, Victor. They call me. He's supposed to
Okay.
click that link.
Mhm.
Victor, click the link again. Then they call me. Normally supposed even join us here. I know why I play that. Supposed to join us.
That's how I get hangout.
It's a in get anger. It's a in get. I don't know why it be like that. I'm not supposed to be like that.
We just expect to hang if you use them. Because
Because maybe they call me that you want they call direct to join Hangout conference is different. This guy say do a Sunday Fafesobi. Hello?
I did hear
Wait,
you, bro.
wait 1 minute.
I did.
Wait, now. Hello? Wait, Victor. Hello? He not join the stuff. I don't know why he can't just what happened like that.
So I'm making for WhatsApp.
No, not be that one, not be the thing. Now the same leak I send you where I send you now I send that. No, why be like that, sir. Yeah, but the thing is that you are not in the call conference right now, and normally you should be here on YouTube, not this one. This one is personal, I guess. This one, just click the link, and just see how you can do it. Okay, try it again, please. Just see because this is my email. That means you can call me directly. With that link, you can you can join the call control room where I am now with Clement. No problem. Just try, please. Because we used to do it before, so it's not like it's the first time. Okay, well, just try if you can get it, please. Okay, thanks. Ava,
I do.
in the try coming, you know,
Oh,
they try coming.
it
When I
makes
where
sense.
they work, when I where they work for there, when I where they wash her now, now three put the wash her now. No, yes, I beg when I click the like button, when I they support, when I they support the show because now if I start to do this random show now, it can't be boring for now. You know, I just they take my time, make sure say I satisfy the Nigerian people understand because don't try for me for this channel and they make the channel grow and they see all of my comments, you know, stuff. So they say you need to be your brother's keeper, be
Also,
they say charity begins at home. So now maybe they do stuff. So me I they read the comment. Um this one say Sunday Fafesobi say Dubois is on a suicide mission. What do you think about that comment?
that comment is 100% correct.
Mm. Okay, and the other one say Williams Cosmos said the boxing world is full of politics. AJ has made history. They wanted to find any means of ripping him of his titles. What do you think about that comment?
Yeah, exactly what I've been saying. Because the matter be say, AJ, I tell you, say AJ, now unified champion. You know, it be like in like 3-1.
Mhm.
So, in the whole of the title. So, anywhere where conversation about heavyweight boxing, about prospects for a title fight, those
Mhm.
discussions will certainly turn on AJ because now in the hold all those titles. So even non-entities, we never achieve anything. Now, we just the come boss, they ask them, go test them, won't go fight AJ. Everybody want to fight AJ. So they want to get that title by all means.
Mhm.
You know,
So,
which is to me, it's not bad. It's good for you to have ambition. It's used for you to, have a dream. But at the same time, you have to know your place. You have to know that you can't run without walking. You have to start crawling, walking before running. So in life, there are stages, to everything. So I don't think the boy is close to fighting. He never reach. He never near that level. If say you come to fight AJ, he need to clear all in mates where they enter at the same time. You just be like person where they for secondary school, and person want go university. Person where they college, I bet they university, they'll be the same level. You need to pass some exams before you go to enter university from secondary or from college. So you need to go fight the likes of Ajagba,
mhm.
fight Joe Joyce, fight
Well,
like David,
Charles
what you call this
Martin,
guy?
okay,
Huh?
Anab Konaki,
Konate. Go fight all those people.
Tony Yoka did there. Tony, not forget Tony Yoka, now still undefeated guy.
Tony Yoka.
Mm.
Go fight those guys. When you
People,
don't,
people never go fight before they reach Joshua. Before they reach,
yes,
the people did even go
yeah,
fight.
a lot of people. When you don't conquer those guys, they
And
go talk of Joshua.
okay, and Abiodun because me I did read the comment you agree answer. Abiodun Oyetunji say he is too slow. He is too slow too. What do you think about that comment?
Then Dubois.
Say too slow.
Yeah, I think it's slow, but not too slow. I
Mm-hmm.
say it's slow, but it's not too slow. You see, in last fight,
Mm-hmm.
he get some level of speed. For to be fair to him, he get some
Okay.
level of speed. But when you compare him to people like Joshua, to people like elite fighters, even like Wilder, if you compare that speed, you know,
Okay.
the the biggest asset of the boy is that in power.
Okay.
But
Okay.
when you meet a skilled fighter and a power fighter like AJ,
Mm,
he not get business we want to for that ring because he go clap in your eye quick.
definitely.
Yeah, he never collect. He just dey give. He dey give. If you see AJ fights, that Klitschko fight, now he test AJ well because once AJ collect from Klitschko, even
Mm,
AJ call their lie say, "Oh, this This business where I did so, man, not be play.
Not be play.
So he took the heart of a champion for him to recover from that Klitschko punch, to come win. So don't be only but people just dey look boss in the bad. That's why when they listen to people comment, they talk say this person rock and this person rock. Wait till they talk. If they don't rock you for boxing, if you don't collect for boxing, how are you a boxer? Because boxing is not all about giving. It's about your ability to receive and say stand strong. Say you nothing as you collect, you stand, you beat your opponent. Now be the adversity where they talk about. Now be the overcoming the adversity. You need to overcome that adversity for you to be a champion. So AJ, he don't see as he be. You know, wider now, he just they collect, he just they give people, he they give people. By the time he collect, not say I collect, but not what I collect now. You got the big disgrace to him. That's why they say take that AJ fight because he they look at it almost. I never see breeze, never blow, my nyash never show, they never see me for canvas. So this guy go end my career. Go give me that signature uppercut with those combo. I can't go for. All my fans, all this BC, all this blue blood, all this fanon, business don't go down now. Their stock will go down. So all these things, now those guys they look. So at the end of the day, one thing where people they fail to recognize is say AJ this guy has just 22 fights and he has fought 90% of the best in the heavyweight division. And it's a very big shame and they stupid or show lack of boxing knowledge for people to even compare AJ with some kind of people. See Tyson Fury resume. Who Fury don't fight? Now only Klitschko be the name where I see for Fury resume.
Why are sitting now?
And Klitschko, where they can't Wilder has said it,
Why?
Well, I will give Fury that credit to fight Wilder because Fury took on the challenge because Wilder at that time was
more they tell the truth. You know, say Fury come back from 300 plus pounds.
Now the point why they make be that because Fury was came back from 400 pounds weight.
I mean, I found
So,
300.
Now 400.
Wow.
It was 400 pounds.
400. Oh boy, that not be small weight down.
So the guy lose a weight of always a human being. So he was clearly an underdog in that fight. Me, I would have fear for Fury life to take that fight. So I agree with you. Say Wilder a name on Fury resume. Yeah, he tried because he go US go beat Wilder. He beat that guy. He beat Wilder well. Apart from those knockdowns. So yes, he tried for that one. So then Wilder on top Wilder resume. Now all those people with the smoking go, people they just go bring come from store with the same market, say make it come beat them. All those Uber drivers, all those taxi drivers, you don't beat the person papa well. So you call the thing saying a superstar. Can't go meet Fury. Fury, let me say, it's supposed to finish in 1 round. When they fight Fury, everybody they call out Fury. Even Dillian White they call out Fury. Tony Bellew they call out Fury because they feel say he never did himself. He never recover from. He never reach in peak. So they want to take advantage of him. So that's why Wilder quickly cherry pick him because Wilder don't fight anybody wey know say if he end the career. But at the end of the day, because that cherry pick gone wrong, and that's why they tell people when they talk of Klitschko, say you shall fight Klitschko at the age of 40. I mean, this. I say when they talk, say I don't get sense because we compare Klitschko to any of these fighters Wilder don't fight. Wilder fight Otis.
So you don't finish.
Yeah.
May I bring the next question? I mean the answer, but I read the comment section so that you could answer them.
Yeah.
You understand? If you don't finish, you let me know.
I don't finish.
Okay. This one from Korea's Edmond. It say AJ is not a god. He can be beaten. What do you want to reply to this guy, Korea's Edmonds?
Nobody be God now. There's no God anywhere.
Okay.
All of us is human by the end of the day. And we get our flaws. But again, there's also level to everything. I'm not disputing the fact that AJ can be beaten. But I've not seen anyone right now that have the potentials of beating it. If you can beat AJ, then take up the challenge. Let's see. You know,
Oh,
let's see. Talk is cheap.
okay. A question from Kels Ifai in Aswibo. This one say every everyone wants Joshua's belt. Joshua a big fish in this game. Right, what you think for that one? What do you think?
Correct me and it just here and there. Now. You know, you just corroborate with how they talk since
Mm.
when when there's any discussion about heavyweight boxing, Joshua cannot be taken out from the narrative. Joshua is a global star. But you can see if they hang that tweet, you can not say this guy is a global star. Hang out with Drake, with all those, with Ronaldo, all those accomplished people. You know, in fact, we go see do video about that accusation where all those organizations they accuse them for US.
You think say na
When
you think say na bet then they make sure that make Joshua the popular so or na bet make am they respect am be no I don't say na bet so I don't think about that I think say na the way it be because why they don't get that WBC bet for more than 4 years I mean 3 years
mm-hmm.
he never still get that recognition or that respect Joshua get that be the reason so
Well, Joshua now, first of all, Joshua now Olympic gold medalist. So that one don't build foundation for her.
mm,
You know, before the belt, you know, Olympic gold medalist. And Joshua get personality. Wait till attract me to players like Joshua more now. Personality outside the ring, not just in the ring.
mm,
So he can get that likable person. In a fine boy, he can get that likable personality. You know. Now the description of who your champion want to be that.
mm,
You know, person be say he get a very large extent of humility. At least that's what he showcases to the public. You know that they talk anyhow. Like some people when they want people for their record, we want main person in front of their picket.
mm,
Joshua not be about that life, but when you get to the ring, when you get to the ring, it become a whole different beast entirely. You don't make all those your match finish. You go need to come back and up for ring. And at there, they dreaded because it be like person be say, man, you dey push, you just dey look you just dey smile. Then man, you can't go press the wrong button. And so you just change them for you. Now person with Joshua be like that. So in no be person will get power, because they use power, they humiliate people or
mm.
because just imagine the situation in America. We don't hear comments like say, this is the reincarnation of Muhammad Ali.
Uh,
This is
uh,
the Mike Tyson of our time. You cannot hear different the hype go too much. Nobody go hear word. If
no,
America see,
you correct for that one. When you talk
you
that
know,
it was
no,
three Musa for you. I give you, I commend you for that comment where you make. It was an
I,
American.
look my brother.
Now
You
another,
know, nobody go hear word.
another
You
story.
go to America, you know go hear anything again for all these people. For all these people, so all these things where they say people just dey jealous of Joshua. It looks like it's supposed to be me, not him.
Mm, mm,
It's supposed to be me, not him. But again, in life you can dream. Everybody is allowed to dream,
mm,
But in reality, you have to know where you belong because when push comes to shove, you can't know who be who. So don't be all those ones. If you say, that they say, I'm fighting shower, this, I want that. I want they will collect one by one. Yeah, those people they will collect. I don't be saying, man, I never see person Joshua and a human being, like that guy say, he's not a god, he can be defeated, but I've not seen. I've not seen, you know.
mm. Okay. He classifying. He comment to it. He say, I want to read the comment. He say, Apochi is a good fighter, but I know too Sesam go far, cause I'd fall in man. Well, I want to reply to you. I want to give you my own response
Mm,
for that comment we find your make. So
mm,
if I normally if I play video now, I'll get copyright strike. Maybe I'll come my channel will still there like before. I don't want to be like that. But maybe I play audio. Efe Ajagba, way before way he meet photo Apochi, in the fear am. He fear the guy. Apochi fits more, but that guy, you need to you need to go check that guy Apochi.
Mm.
Apochi mean that not small person.
Mm.
That it be. But the only thing you say now, you know, get that aggressiveness like my person, like you know, get a style, get different style. Now let
Mm.
what I see be that one.
Mm. Well, I don't see Apochi as somebody who say no go make am for every division. I believe that guy go make am. I watched the last fight, impressive performance. It's all about building. It's all about working on yourself and aiming.
Mm,
There's nothing complex. Just dedication. Dedicate yourself to the sport. Be work with the right thing. Have the right thing with you.
mm.
Rest when you're supposed to rest. Eat when you're supposed to eat, and train hard, and you're gonna get there. So I believe that the guy get chance. He has a good chance at heavyweight. He has a good chance at heavyweight. You know.
Um, what do you think about Rafael Akpajori?
He just entered heavyweight.
May I put up for you now? Maybe you'll see him. May I share that for the screen? May I share that for the screen so that you'll see him. Rafael Akpajori. I talked to her for Instagram. In a former basketball player.
Oh, that guy will tell me.
May I show people that people will be saying never know so that they will know now. And I promote them now. They're not gonna give my full credit to but
Mm.
now let me be the only channel for YouTube. Where they promote Nigeria bosses. Look, see as everybody talk about Efe. I know they talk about Efe Ajagba for a long time. Before all of
Hmm.
them can't can't know it be. Yes now.
Mm.
If you see it for screen now, major normally in suppose fight this January, I mean no, he fight now. I don't know what happened. That's what they suspend the fight.
Who the promoter?
I don't know the promoter. I don't know the promoter. I be see suspension for here now because I asked him say why when he go fight now. But the guy where he fight before, that one get 40 and the guy where he fight last. How many losses the guy get? Wait. This guy get 41 loss.
Well,
You know,
he need to start from somewhere. He need to start from somewhere. Don't blame the guy.
oh boy, oh boy, that one,
He need to start from somewhere.
Bobby fight the guy.
When we just talk this once, all those people why they fight, you don't go check their record. You know how many losses they get. The one that get 15. Why they use this one just to shine up and down. And I really don't give up today now. In the clip saying in a one punch punch knockout artist. But I have to say, if you one punch knockout artist, Fury with all the cook heads,
Mm,
you still get off on that punch. By the way, this Fury will be the first time they knock him down for fights.
mm.
Come on, cruiserweight, go down, knock that guy down. So at the end of the day, now who win? Now it matter.
But after Ajagba is wait, may I look um, after Ajagba and look the boss rate for here. see, if I come is as in feed in the news feed supposed to it's supposed full, and the new one will come up. It was not because it was not at the end they promote this guy. It was not at the end they promote this guy. A news feed supposed full. Telling me
I just tell you.
telling me go write about it for UK. Many people go write about it for UK. So I don't know. Nine be this one. See, 9 wins, 8 knockouts. Now, miss I call a 9 knockout guy. And now 9 knockouts now see
Mm.
because because this Curtis Apple, you see this guy Curtis Apple for here. This guy, Curtis Apple.
That guy with cherries. If I see
Uh,
that guy's picture, it will make you laugh.
see face, see face.
Cause it's up, my guy.
Hey,
Mm.
the guy tears on his word. He fear. Because
The guy
oh,
no want stress for his life, man. No want stress. I say, who fight and run away, fight, live to fight another day, man. The guy just advise himself. Just
no,
advise himself.
no, he's a guy. No, like, when you go fight next time, mercy. Oh, now talk about fight last. Ever since never fight. Interesting. Noisy. I heard. You don't hear what the director talk about Joseph Parker.
Ooh.
Director now.
Oh, I know, yeah. Back I just talk nonsense. He don't block that bet to AJ. The guy know that correct again. What did you talk about him?
Okay. What you talk about and he say na Parker, Parker fuck up, intolerant like no one smoke with him. So he Parker lie, you understand? I don't know which one coming true, but
But I believe say from the trend then the
mm,
way Parker could want to do some fight, he will come withdraw, retreat instead. That the Parker they actually they choose the fights where he will take now in the comeback. So I think he will go lose like that.
mm,
They try to build him in profile back. So I don't go blame him not going for a very risky fight now. You need to fight, beat some people who will build a confidence and proceed to the next level. I think they call out Fury there now. We don't even know who that one will fight. Sir.
Fury, at the end say if he be against Brian Jennings, so
Mm. When you fight, more soon fight.
me I never know.
We'll see.
I guess if he be against Brian Jennings, but with about I don't post on so you try if you see if you join.
Mm.
I don't post on it. Oh, wow. So how USA now?
Yeah, everything there, my brother. Yeah. The matter now. You see on top of the matter now. We need this money. And if you don't come in and say you don't eat like 100 million euros, yeah, I'll just come your side, man. Right. Well, I'm gonna relax.
So it's
The,
rolling though.
the opportunity money. Want the money show now. Everybody go rest.
Well, so
Everybody go rest. Later, you go if they raise some other thing, we go fit add self
mm,
to this channel. You see me for PG, you see me for, maybe Nigeria matter, wetin dey happen for Nigeria, those kind of paro.
I did think about that. Those ones,
We
but
just create one channel for that one.
I did fear. I did fear to do that one. You know that.
Mm.
If person they talk Niger matter,
Now, different views. You go see people call this show for person.
oh boy, talk Niger matter. Person need to control what you go talk because say Niger matter they talk yeah. The kind emotion we go full your belly. The kind anger we go do your belly we go armor those useless leaders.
Good bastards.
We don't want come up for power. If you miss so.
And,
Um, what I go meet this week?
Hello.
ooh,
Um,
hello?
I what you talk about
Yeah,
saying hello, you hear me?
I think I'm. I think I'm on now. Yeah,
Okay, you're on now. Okay. Vito don't join
I
us.
think so. Yeah. Good evening, guys. Yeah.
What is it?
Glad to be with you guys. Yeah.
How you
Yeah,
do?
I did, bro.
I
How
did
you
too.
end?
CMD boss report.
Mm,
Join
I
join as
salute
well.
you.
Uh,
CMD.
I'm here. Hold on for a second.
Ooh.
I have to go to my hold on, my YouTube so I can turn it down. I'll be with y'all in a sec.
No problem.
Yeah, it's on. Right. It's going to be a party. Yeah.
You already know
You
what
don't.
time it is, man.
First of
You
all,
don't. You don't tell.
I don't tell now. I don't tell.
You don't tell. We will do this one last. Too.
Still on stage, man.
In it appear. In it appear now.
Still on stage. What am I going to do?
It's no, it's
In
not
Poland,
easy.
in the Poland, me de Jemo. This the other one the USA.
Now they're close now. Poland and Germany not too far from each
Yeah,
other.
we did close, but work. We
Guy,
get to the now. Just they ask about summer. Maybe we go
guy,
fit
I don't like you,
jump.
eh? You feel listen. The thing is that
All right, I'm here now.
uh,
Well, I'm
It,
still here, echoing.
it, it, is that CMD?
someone should mute.
Yeah, that's him.
I
Someone
did.
should
I
wait. Someone should mute his YouTube. So one of you guys should mute the YouTube.
Mine's is mute.
I'm still hearing it. Now,
Mine isn't on.
now you be the guy. You be the fourth guy. Now your fourth day. Clement. Now
My
you.
own.
Now your
Huh?
second.
Okay, go. It go be claiming because my own no day on at all.
Now Clement.
Hold
Nah,
on. Oh wait. Oh man. Hold on.
Okay, maybe.
I gotta mute my microphone.
Okay, so you know.
Oh. I didn't know about that.
Nah. Oh man.
It was like the same yesterday. It happened as well. So before you,
What happened? Oh, darn. I
But we
don't
can
get
hear
it.
you clearly. But we can hear you.
Oh,
Can you
okay.
hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. I
All
just
right.
don't like.
So
I mean, I got my. I stopped it, and I still hear
yeah.
echoing.
Oh right. So.
well, let's go straight to the point. People don't join us for Yena for live on the radio. But the new episode of Boxing Matter with Victor Bada, Clement, Italume, CMD Boss Report, and me myself. So first of all, let me just say I'm glad that all of you guys are here. CMD Boss Reports, Victor, You especially because I never with me and you we never collide since.
Yeah.
It's been a long time, yeah.
Yeah, it's been long. So,
It's been a long time.
CMD, the first question goes to you, and then I will ask Victor. But first of all, you have to answer the question or give your thoughts about this particular subject. You've read the news, you saw the headline, and you heard that Daniel Dubois called out Anthony Joshua, and he said he wants to fight him, in the future. What are your thoughts?
Well, it makes sense because he said in the future. He didn't say now. Meaning he could talk about two or a year or two from now.
Okay, should he be even thinking about Joshua without stepping up first? Like, who was he fought?
That's what I'm saying. It's going to be in the future. Yeah, he should make himself known as an opponent for Joshua if he thinks he's that good. Yeah, you know, mention Joshua's name that he wants to fight him, so people could pay attention to him just to see if he is Joshua material.
Well, I totally disagree. Why I disagree is that he still needs to work on his footwork,
Yeah,
and also he needs to fight. Listen, if Daniel Dubois cannot get a fight with Joshua without going through Ajagba, because people are going to wonder. Remember, what we always want to talk about Joshua, saying that Joshua. A lot of people will say Joshua dog to water, dog fury, but let's not forget that Joshua fought Dillian White, as a heavyweight prospect. He took that fight. So, Dubois should be willing to take some risk, and that is about fighting guys like Efe Ajagba, which I highly doubt he beat. You know what's going to happen. Guys like Adam Konaki, another tough fight. Guys like Tony Yoka, Joe Joyce, maybe another guy. What's his name? Michael Hunter. That guy is also very good. So he's going to have to work his way up. So calling out Joshua right now for the future, we don't know when it's going to happen, but we know how Frank Warren is trying to, use all his tricks, and because he doesn't like Eddie Hearn, doesn't want to work with Eddie Hearn. In fact, he hates that guy so much. I don't know why. So he's trying to make Daniel Dubois make people believe that Dubois is the next Joshua. And the sparring rumor, of Joshua getting dropped by Dubois is a complete lie. I myself, I did my own research and I spoke with a lot of people and someone who was there. And I talked with him. Said, "Was this true?" He said, "No, it's not true." Joshua himself confirmed it. So, what do you think about that? Trying to use Joshua's name for clout.
yeah, that's what they do. I understand what you're saying,
Yeah.
and when I said that, he's doing it so people could pay attention to him, so he can like you said, get clout. But we'll tell if he's within 2 years or a year if he's Joshua material.
Okay. Vito Butter.
Yeah.
It's not your
Um.
tone. Yeah.
Right. Is it on the same topic? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I think if things were to be done the right way, it's basically an insult for someone like Dubois to be calling out Anthony Joshua right now. So that's the way I see it. And this is it. He hasn't done anything to be calling out Anthony Joshua. And I think Frank Warren might know something about it. It is just a way to cause some noise so that they can hide Fury away from Joshua. We want Fury, not Dubois. Dubois can come in 3 years. He's not ready
Yeah,
yet. We want Fury. That's what we want. Hmm?
that makes
With,
sense.
with with or without belts, that's what we want. We want to quash that linear rubbish because there's nothing like that. If that was a linear, it was Lewis, the one that's messing up. I'm still coming to him because I need to trash his rubbish today here. Because I've been on his ass right on Twitter there,
Yeah.
giving it to him, and it's not enough. It's still gonna get some more. So yeah, coming back to that. So he was the last one who retired,
Mhm.
and if they said okay, it got to Fury, Fury retired as well. So if anybody's gonna claim things like that, they need to come see Joshua. That's it. That's it.
I just want to say
So
this. Oh, go ahead.
yeah, yeah. Um,
I,
so we don't want no Dubois right now. He can continue to do his thing and just keep AJ's name out of his mouth. Right now, it's Fury we want. After Wilder, Fury. That's it.
I'm used to this. You know, I remembers like with Floyd Mayweather, like it used to be so many fighters who wasn't even ready for Floyd Mayweather, or
Yeah,
some who was
yeah,
past their
yeah,
prime that
yeah.
was still
You,
calling out Floyd
you get
Mayweather.
it.
You know,
Yeah, you get it. Yeah, they just need the name. Yeah, they need
yeah.
to stay relevant.
Some wants the name and some wants the money.
Yeah, yeah, sure, 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 sure. You're right about that. You're right. Look at what happened to Lubin. I like the guy so much, and he was really promising, but they pushed him a bit too far. Not every fighter would be that special like AJ. They pushed him too, but he did it. Let's not forget that he started boxing at the age of 18. And look at him. Look at him.
I just want to say this. Okay, true. He started boxing at the age 18, but
Yeah,
you said they rushed him. Well, because they seen something in
yeah.
him. They seen
That's
that
what I'm
he
saying.
was athletic. So
Uh-huh.
why try to hold it? I mean, just like Vasily Lomachenko. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, Vasily Lomachenko
Uh-huh.
has
Hmm.
under 15 fights when he had a
Yeah.
title fight and won it. You know,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
talented.
Yeah.
So same
Yeah.
with AJ.
I mean, we need to give it to him because I mean, he had over 300 amateur fights. Didn't Otis have the same? Where is he? So yeah, we need to give it to Lomachenko. He's a great guy. Yeah, and
Yeah,
same with Usyk. Yeah,
yeah, and with
S-
Usyk, yeah. So yeah, we
yeah,
got in
yeah,
this generation
yeah,
of boxing, you know, we
yeah,
have a lot of special talent. Anthony Joshua is one
yeah,
of them, like we all know.
yeah, yeah. We can say that. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah.
But
So,
nah,
um, a fight. What do you guys think about? Oh, let me ask you first, EMD. Um, or potential like I talked about this with Clement. You know, I seem to think that the this Daniel Dubois, saga of him calling out Joshua, this look exactly to me like he's trying to gain something and maybe recognition or gain some clout, which is actually clear for all of us now to see. But now, looking at the possibility of him fighting Efe Ajagba, how do you think that fight will play out? Because
Yeah, Jaguar will demolish.
yeah, I was
Believe
about to
me.
say, yeah,
That
well, yeah, of course,
will run it over. Jaguar will demolish him. Believe me. It's not a joke.
right. Leo Emmanuel said no one pushed AJ, but his Olympic records was his breakthrough.
Hmm.
Nah, is that the way
The-
you see it?
They pushed him, but he ticked all the boxes. They pushed him, and he did it. I
Yeah.
mean, let's look at Wilder. Oh, Wilder had almost the same kind of amateur fights, got bronze. I mean, he had to go through 33 fights, and they still called him a baby. So sorry, they pushed him,
Yeah. That's what
but
what
yeah, but he got it. He
yeah.
got it done.
Well, Leo Emanuel, that's what happened with most Olympic winners, especially if they gold medalists. They're gonna get
Hmm.
pushed. Look what happened to Amir
Yeah,
Khan.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Or even Price.
yeah,
Though he didn't get Olympic gold, but he got the Commonwealth gold. But they still pushed him all the same. Yeah.
right.
And he didn't tick the boxes. After all, everybody kept talking about it, the way he knocked Anthony Joshua out in sparring. But that was sparring, right? Where is he now? You know?
Right. Is that true? Did he really knock him out in sparring?
He knocked him down
Yeah, he did.
first.
Joshua confirmed it. But that was the only person. And let's just face it, Joshua, I think maybe won the first or the second time in sparring. And, he was just too green. So why don't Price do it now? he's he's gonna sleep in hospital.
But the thing is that we have to be sincere. Price is a
Yeah,
huge eater. Huh? He's a big
yeah, yeah,
big
yeah.
eater.
But
The problem
but he
is,
hasn't got a chin himself.
yeah, because we saw how
If
he
you,
rocked Povetkin. You know,
yeah, that's the thing. If you want to give it, you have to be able to take it. You can't give and not take.
Mm-mm.
You can't. Yeah, that's the way it goes. You can give it, learn to take it.
Right.
that's true. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
Price can't take it. That's the problem.
A lot of fans are clamoring for the fight, huh? Efe Ajagba and Dubois. They just clamor for the fight.
I've said mine.
I
Ajagba
just
will kill that guy.
a job, yeah. But you know what? Looking at Dubious, that looked
Hmm.
like a lot of energy in that ring between him and Anthony Joshua.
He's sluggish.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
slow.
For right now, but it's
Slow.
just it's just the looks, that kill him.
Yeah.
I'm looking at a Anthony Joshua a fight with Dubios. Well, they got
Dubois.
Dubious. Yeah, they got Dubois here.
Yeah, it's dubious. Yeah, it's dubious Dubois. Yeah.
Dubios. Yeah, Dubois. Or is
Yeah.
that what is he? Is that French or?
Yeah, that's
I
French.
think it's I think it's French. Dubois is French. Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah,
he's
they got.
British anyway. So,
Oh, fight
so,
against. Okay.
yeah.
Oh, sorry about that. I know. Hit onto a shoot. This darn thing. I ain't want to hit onto it. I'm just looking at the thumbnail. Excuse me. I don't know, man. It looks like a good fight by picture, but yeah, we all know Anthony Joshua will kill this dude. So that's why he said in the future.
When Joshua
Yeah, yeah.
when Joshua is
In
older,
the future is okay. But one thing I just think is they should be asking him, and he should be saying in the future. It shouldn't be the one coming out calling him out. It's just gonna put himself in the limelight, and people are gonna rush him. Believe me. Other fighters are gonna come out now.
the
Yeah,
thing is
Gorman wants him.
the thing is that
What's he doing?
he's from the
Still,
UK. He's from the UK, and they like to get on the hype there over there in the UK. Damn, they like the hype. the,
yeah. He said wait till he get older. Oh wait, how old is Dubious? Hold on. I mean
21.
Dubois.
It's 21.
2021, I think,
Uh, shoot. He
or
young though.
22, something like that. Yeah.
And Joshua, he's not
Mhm.
30 yet. I think he's like what 29.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, 31, 32. That's still young. Okay, he is still be in pretty good shape. 31, 32. Now if he's like 35, 36, 37, okay, then yeah, I don't think so.
Do you think Dubois can beat Charles Martin.
Oh man, heck yeah. Charles
I
Martin
think so.
has no speed, no power.
Yeah, but Charles Martin went to distance with Adam Konaki. You know, and Charles
And that's to prove that because he lost to AJ in 2 rounds, that doesn't mean he's a pushover. I mean, he didn't become a champion for nothing.
No, yes, he did.
Let's
That
be frank.
belt was given to him. All right.
Um,
I forget
but
how it ended.
let, let's let's face it. Let's face it. He got there by chance, just like Fury got there by chance. And Fury got really lucky because he got there at the time when Klitschko was having his own domestic problems. Klitschko is a real man. He came into the ring. What happened to Fury when he started having his own domestic problems? He botched.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, so a man and a real man. There's a difference.
Well, then again, I mean, it'll be. You since you put it like that. All right, a fight between Dubois and Martin. I mean, Charles Martin. Since Charles Martin, he's not all that A1 and Dubios is still kind of green. I think it'll be a
Yeah.
pretty good matchup. I mean, they're not too far apart.
We can see that Martin has gone 12 rounds a couple of times. I don't think Dubois has done 12 rounds.
no, he
He will
hasn't.
tire out. He will tire out. Even Kovnatski tired out a bit. Martin tired out because that was a high level fight. And I
Mm,
don't think the fight with Dubois will be that way. And Dubois isn't going to be able to catch Martin the way AJ caught him, for sure. Dubois is still green.
Mm,
yeah,
That he was able to rush Kojanu doesn't make him any special. Sorry. I mean, Kevin Johnson messed him up. Sorry.
yeah. It was Glasgow. Wait, was it? Let me see.
Uh,
Hold on. Who he won that title against?
Glasgow, yeah. Glasgow beat what's his name? Um, Adamek to get into that position. And let's not forget Adamek beat Areola, the same Areola who's running his mouth behind Wilder. Yeah, that Areola. Adamek beat him.
Right.
mm,
I,
interesting.
I I forget how that fight ended, but it wasn't pretty. I could tell you that much.
You mean the one with
Yeah, Glasgow. Yeah.
Glasgow? Yeah, yeah, yeah. He had a problem with his knee, but
Okay. Yeah.
before then, Martin was holding him down. He just couldn't get inside, and if there was any tap on his face, it was from Martin. I remember the fight, and then he just buckled his knee, and
Yeah, I
then he
remember
said
that
it
he
wasn't coming
came
out.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah, he came out.
yeah,
It was under 4 rounds, so he went to the
hmm,
cards and he was
yeah,
declared the new champion.
yeah, yeah.
But
That
I
was
knew
it.
he
But
was.
before then, he had some really good fights. Yeah, he knocked people out. It wasn't like I mean, we just keep talking like that. The same thing that happened to Brazil. Brazil came and got battered. It doesn't mean Brazil is rubbish. I mean, Ugono was good.
Mm,
Believe me, I followed his career till that time. Ugono was okay, but Ugono would always gas out too. That was the problem.
you talking about his last fight?
Ugono had his last fight, I think, with Fred Cassie, and Cassie retired.
All right. Dominic Brazil. I'm gonna tell you the truth how I feel about him. Even
Yeah,
before he fought AJ, I
yeah,
thought Dominic Brazil. He just looked all flimsy, or he looked like a big baby Huey.
yeah.
He looked like I don't know. He just
But it's dangerous. Do you know what? You know why? I think
why?
we talked about this before. If I could
His
remember,
it was his balance. His balance is not all that. You know what I mean?
yeah.
That's
And
how.
the way he swings, because he
Yeah.
swings too, but he swings to target, not like Wilder, who swings wild. That's the difference. So if anybody, he almost caught AJ with it. He almost,
Mm-mm.
almost, yeah.
Hmm.
And I think he caught Uguno with it, and he knocked him out.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, see, that goes to show how special AJ is. He
So
almost got
yeah,
caught, but didn't.
yeah, yeah, almost, yeah, almost, yeah. Well, it didn't happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of people keep mentioning the Klitschko fight. Yeah, he gassed out. Look, a guy thought he had knocked this guy out, and he already started to jubilate. And let's face it, if somebody had already used up energy, and then he used the rest of the energy to jubilate, to scream, to shout victory, and all of a sudden you're telling him he has to go back and fight. He had adrenaline dump. But some people will pretend like that wasn't important anymore. For a guy to come in back there like that and still win, it's something. Let's be frank.
I don't know. To me, Anthony Joshua is more dangerous when he's tired. I mean,
Yeah,
any
yeah,
other fighter, when they tired, they don't continue to fight and move around like Joshua. I don't know.
yeah, yeah.
I'd be
You're
like,
right.
yo, I'd be saying, why don't he hold on? But he don't be doing that. And he's still moving and swinging and,
Yeah, 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 yeah,
fighting
yeah,
back.
yeah, yeah.
And,
Fighting back. Yeah, yeah.
and I
That's the dog. That's the dog in him.
yeah. And about 2 rounds later,
That's
he's
the dog
refreshed
in him.
again.
Yeah,
I'd be like, well, how
yeah.
you refresh and you ain't take no time off during the 2 rounds? Even when he was hurt against Klitschko. And Klitschko was trying his best. I mean, Klitschko swung a real fast hook. Joshua ducked it and was out of there. He went right under it. I'm like, damn. Efe Ajagba should end his contract getting 8,000 for his last fight. Was a
And that
disgrace.
that was pit. That was petty. Really, that was petty. That was petty. He should be getting something better. Forget the fact that he's just coming up. I mean, he needs to change his management. He just needs to, you know, cross over and then let them buy him out of the contract. Really, that's what I
Well,
think he needs to
like
do.
I said yesterday, I mean 8,000. I know it's not a lot of money. I was telling them about Bernard Hopkins before he became big, but he was still a champion,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
He was IBF champion for a long time. He was getting 12,000, 20,000, 50,000.
Wow.
You know, and looking at this, Fa Jabba is not even a champion. He's getting like the same pay Bernard Hopkins was getting. And like I said, Hopkins, he used to take that frustration out on his opponents. You know, but when he started getting that money, hey, he was all good. Started boxing like a pro. I studied boxing dirty.
Yeah,
But excuse me again.
yeah.
But yeah, they messing around with him for a while. He can't buy out of his contract yet.
Mm,
So now unless someone, like I said, like a Don King
yeah.
was to come sneaking up somewhere and be like, look, man, I got some loot here for you. You know what I'm saying? A bag full of money. But Don King, he don't have it like that no more.
Mm.
I remembers when I was telling them how he stole Hasim Rotman from his promoter. By
Yeah.
he left a duffel bag of 250, I think it was 250 or $280,000 in his hotel room. And Hasim Rotman's hotel room. And this was during the time he was going up against Lennox Lewis. You know, crazy. So I don't understand,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Fa Jabba, he's just dealing with the politics of boxing. Hey, he ain't the first one to
yeah,
go through this.
yeah,
Definitely
yeah.
won't be the last.
And I'm not so sure they're gonna be happy with his statements about AJ beating Wilder. Did you see that? That was his last statement. Yeah, that they asked him, and he said AJ would beat Wilder. So, but well, he's just forget the fact that it's his opinion, but he was right. But a lot of people are gonna be mad at him for saying that. But I believe he's right.
The thing is that Ajaba should be getting at this current stage of in his career, he should be getting
Yeah,
the maximum
nothing less than 20 grand for a fight.
twenty
To
grand,
f-
20 grand too small now.
n-
That's all you
nothing less, nothing less,
ah,
nothing less. That's what I'm saying. And not even for the fight, the caliber of Mansour,
how much
because
how much do you
that was a risky fight.
how much do you think Dave Allen gets per fight?
Oh, Dave Allen is getting real money now because the last time uh, Eddie was saying that he bought himself a house. You don't buy a house with $8,000.
Nah,
No.
not unless it's a HUD home.
Yeah,
Yeah, we have HUD homes over here in the states where
for
you can.
8,000 grand.
Yeah, yeah. Believe it or not,
That's
yeah,
Me,
8 grand.
yeah.
Wow.
You can get some for 1,000. You can get buy some houses for 1,000. They're gonna need some.
Ooh, ah,
They're gonna need some fixing up. Now in the city of Camden, you can get them for $1. Well, I'm telling you, you're gonna need about
wow.
$10,000 to fix it up. Yeah, put in a new floor,
That's
uh,
nice.
new wiring because most likely they don't broke into you know the the scavengers on broke into the house and ripped the copper wire out the walls. So you got to
Oh,
replace all that.
yeah.
Yeah. So most of them are damaged houses, but
do you think things would have been different if Ajaba had signed with Lennox Lewis early in his career?
wait a minute. Lennox Lewis is what you mean as a promoter?
He wanted to sign Ajaba,
I never knew Lennox Lewis was promoting fights.
Well, no, he doesn't really promote fight, but he wanted to sign Ajaba. I don't know. Maybe he wants to. I don't know. Maybe you know these guys with the politics and the game they play is just confusing sometimes. I think the only route Ajaba must take is the days on route, or the in route.
Well, let me tell you something. This is not looking good for Finkel. I mean, even in El Jabba's the other fight he had.
I'm gonna talk to Eddie Earn. I'm going to contact him at some point. I want to do it maybe this week. I will do so. Contact him
I
and
just want to say this. I mean, Golden Boy has been interesting in a lot of fighters from England, including Anthony Joshua. I don't know if he remembers back here a couple years ago, he wanted to sign Joshua. This is what way before he was with the Zone, and he wanted to bring him here to the states and make him a huge pay-per-view star. You know,
well, there is no way um that different. I know Oscar De La Hoya has connections. He's a good promoter and he's a legend. He's a legendary fighter, definitely, no doubt. But Joshua was already doing well, for himself.
Yeah.
And you look at okay, let's just look at uh, Joshua's career, for example, and look at his content. If you go to his YouTube channel now, you see his pro debut fight, okay, till maybe Klitschko, Totakam, till whenever Totakam or Klitschko, he has all the rights for his fights.
Yeah.
Water don't have that. So
No.
if he was signed to Oscar De La Hoya, he wouldn't have that. Fighters in America don't usually have the rights for their fight. Joshua has a very unique relationship or friendship, you must say, with Eddie Hearn, so it's unbreakable. You know, I don't think Joshua will ever want to sign with or any other
No, not
promoter.
now. No. Even when he said this, we're going back. Hey, how long was it? Like maybe 3 years ago, maybe 2016. This was going down.
Do you know what? Do you know what?
Well,
Oscar the Oil walked with Deontay Water earlier in his career and never attempted
Yeah, yeah,
to sign him.
yeah.
Why? Why didn't he do it?
True.
You see? That's because
Before the mess that happened with what's his name again? That guy, Shifa, or whatever.
yeah.
Don't remember.
What the guy who said the racial stuff and all that?
No, no, no. The guy who was either doing something behind their back. They were partners, yeah.
No, was it Schaefer?
Schaefer, yeah.
Yeah, Richard Schaefer.
Before then, I think, yeah.
Richard Schaefer is the promoter of Efe Ajagba.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's a snake. I mean, look what happened when that guy jumped out the ring. All right, at the bell, he had a lot to say about Schaefer, and the reason why he did it. And he
Oh, look
wasn't
at that.
getting paid. He wasn't getting paid well either. That's why he jetted. He didn't get paid well for that fight. So Richard Schaefer's track record is really looking kind of shady.
Listen, if Ajagba getting the sum of $8,000, I just wonder how much that guy, got paid or got offered.
Yeah.
That guy Curtis Alper, the guy who walked out of the ring.
Oh well, yeah, you cannot imagine
You can
if Efe was getting 8 grand, then that guy would be getting who knows two, not even 2K, maybe maybe
Yeah, like I
five
said,
hundred five hundred dollars.
right? Yes, somewhere like that. That's why he did what
That's
he did. He wasn't not.
that's sickening. That's sickening.
Yeah,
That's
he
sickening.
said he looked over before the bell rang. He looked over at Finkel. He seen him up there laughing and giggling. He's like, "Nah, I
Uh
want
huh.
this." So he did what he did.
Yeah, he's
Bing,
right.
stepped out the
He's
ring and he
right.
was gone.
I mean, I mean that money wouldn't even treat him in hospital. Believe me.
Right.
After the knockout, because I mean that was sure. I mean even Mansour felt it, and I'm not so sure Mansour didn't get more money than him because Mansour is a bigger name, so I can understand because that happens a lot in the business. Yeah, bigger names get more money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean even Martin got more money than AJ when they fought. Yeah, so we know that's for a belt, but that's just the way it is. Yeah,
Right.
bigger names get more money.
So,
So
but I just want to say the reason why I brought up Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy is because
yeah,
like he has Fa Jabba has like how can I say so many choices. Okay,
yeah,
opportunities on who to go with. Either Golden Boy gonna try to snatch him up, which I don't think is a good idea. Or if if he likes the politics that he see with his own Eddie Hearn, he might not like what he see with what's his name White.
yeah,
You know, Dillian White. He's talking about leaving. He's talking about coming over here signing. So he could sign with ESPN. Fa Java. You know, anything is better than Richard Schaefer right now
yeah, yeah. You're right.
Fa Java.
Well, Richard Schaefer works for Ayman, so Ayman
Yeah,
is the advisor of Efe Ajagba. So you see, and also, I've said this before, and I will say it again. Efe Ajagba has no future in America. I'm just telling you the truth. Regarding his boxing career, I don't see any future, man. That's just a fact.
he will leave soon.
Maybe
No, I mean,
if he has a
look,
if he has a
since
future in
since
America.
Eddie is in America there, so I think they will meet soon. I mean, after all, Eddie is already offering people from that side of the street some money to join the zone. So basically, Ajagba's turn will come, and he will offer him something.
Well,
He loves prospects too.
before Ajaba's turn come, then when then maybe, but I had a loss in his career. Who knows? Ajaba has to definitely hire. a new manager, you know. That's
Well,
why.
we'll see who he gonna go with.
Well, the new manager will be going with Steve Cunningham, the manager of Joshua. He's done quite well and quite good for him. You know, even Lawrence Okoli has a better. Lawrence Okoli has, you know, is more recognized than Ajagba. That's strange because Ajagba is definitely the more talented guy. You can tell.
I really don't know.
Okoli is being managed by Anthony Joshua, so you got the backing of Joshua.
I mean, I like PBC, but their ratings has been dropping lately. Okay,
Really?
yeah, like last year, a lot of their fighters did like 700,000, 900,000, like 700,000, under 800,000 views. You had one fight that did like a million. That was the Jamel Charlo fight when they had him and his brother on the same card, and the older brother lost. But Vasil Lomachenko and Terrence Crawford, they did, in the millions, you know? So, yeah, Top Rank, beat out, um, PBC when it came down to views. Now, I remember back in, what was it, 2015, 2006, 2016, where they was getting like 5 million views and whatnot, you know? But here in 2018, it's like, bam, it really did drop. Now, someone said that the Zone was going to kill Showtime next.
Well, Showtime is going down. Showtime is going down because they are running out of money. And here, I said it a couple of times, and you can see that now. Water was even, you know, saying, I mean, he talked about, let's say, he hasn't confirmed that yet, that is going to leave Showtime, but he kind of gave a farewell, to the network. Say, we'll meet again.
Wow, I didn't see that.
We did on both of us, saying that no matter what happens, Showtime is like family, but maybe they'll meet again, or going to work together again.
Mhm. Yeah, they said, well, he was using that money for a whole bunch of other things besides paying boxers. I heard he was using it to get them out of jail. You know,
Well,
people was comparing that to Top Rank. Top Rank, he don't get nobody out of jail. No, well, he's not a bail bondsman. Okay, he's a boxing promoter. And if these guys they go out and they get themselves in trouble, sorry, that's on them.
is ESPN the biggest network in America?
Yeah, yes, it's the biggest sport network. Yeah,
Really?
yeah. Now I don't know if they're gonna bring Sky Sports over here because it's owned by, like I said, it's owned by America now. It's owned by Comcast.
Well, Sky Sport is in Germany, but the zone has really overshadowed them. But the zone has spent a lot of money.
Is Victor? He's still here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. I heard you.
I'm here. Yeah,
I mean,
just listening to you guys. Yeah.
Well, yeah, y'all.
Yeah.
Well, Sky Sports, yeah, it's owned by the states.
you know what's going on. You know what's going on in Germany. All right, the zone has overshadowed Sky Sports. They're overshadowing them. They are buying the rights for many sports. You know, rights for Champions League.
Yeah.
They're just spending money like crazy.
I don't mind. I don't mind bringing the Zone to Poland. Really, I'm thinking about it seriously. Yeah.
The zone are expanding fast. Can you imagine that these guys just they started just was it 2016 in 2016?
Yeah, I remember you was telling me it showed up on your PlayStation.
Yeah, yeah, indeed. That's why I got to know about it.
And what got me is that a lot of Americans believe that it's from the UK. The UK don't even have the zone.
Yeah,
A lot of Americans think it's new. You know,
it was found in the UK.
yeah, but they don't have the zone over there yet, right?
No, because of Sky Sports, that's why they, you know. But now the thing is that the zone, their goal is to be the Netflix of sports, and they didn't want to start in the UK, and that's why they had to, go to countries like Germany, Australia, and Japan, and then they started expanding. They are going to definitely, you know, um, make their platform available in the UK very soon.
Right.
They're now in
So
Brazil. In Brazil, they're about to launch in Brazil, and their YouTube channel, the Zone Brazil, already has more than 1 million subscribers.
wow.
They haven't even launched the official, but they're going to launch this month. They haven't even launched there. More than 1 million subscribers already. YouTube Brazil, the Zone Brazil, YouTube.
Well, who do you think he's going to? Well, you want him to sign. You want
Ajagba.
Efe Ajagba, yeah, to sign with Hearn.
Yeah, it's worth it.
I wanted to start with her or do a direct deal with the Zone, but I don't think he had because he don't. He's not gonna Golovkin. Golovkin already has the connection, already has the stable of fighters, because Golovkin is from Kazakhstan, and there are lots of young, middleweight prospects from Kazakhstan.
See, the thing is, I don't think Aram. Trying to think, he don't have a heavyweight.
And in Fury,
Well, Tyson Fury, I mean, I think he's still being promoted by his. I think it's just like what cross promotion or something like that.
no. Listen, Frank Warren has no say any anymore about Tyson Fury. He's just a partner, like what we call in Nigeria, what we call boy boy,
Well, okay, he has one heavyweight now.
boy boy. That's what it is, man.
I'm pretty sure he want another. I'm just saying, if I could see Fa Jabba fighting on ESPN. I could see him on the ESPN app.
I don't.
Oh well,
I don't.
that would be okay. But then, would he get enough competition there? Would he?
That's the problem.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he will. I mean,
I hope so. Yeah.
top rank Bob Arum. He know how to get fights. He know how to set fights up.
Yeah, but you don't know how to market. Listen, Frank Warren. We know Frank Warren promoted Muhammad Ali. He's a legendary promoter. We know him very very well. But the thing is that Frank Warren's time is over. Okay, and here is a new school. I don't think even if Frank Warren has a guy like Ajagba, he's not going to match him up well. He's not going to build his profile well.
Yeah.
You know, look at Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz. What happened to him? Hmm? Tell
Right?
me. Tell me.
Yeah, you right. You right.
Andy Ruiz was signed to Top Rank, right?
Yeah.
What happened? He's one thing about Joshua. One thing you have got to give Joshua, you know, props for, because Joshua didn't just build his brand. He didn't just build his brand as a boxer only. He built his brand as a public figure.
Yeah.
That's the difference. He has an excellent manager.
Yeah.
He has social media
And
etiquette.
that's why, and that's why all this talks about not being himself sounds stupid.
Yeah,
Because anybody who thinks that way is simply stupid. You go into the church, you don't behave the same way you'd behave at the disco, would you?
Right? No.
So you get into a public office, you don't behave the same way you're gonna behave if you go into, I don't know, a pub or you know, or the bazaar in the streets. Man, people behave differently in different places. If you get to watch a match, you see a lot of people shouting, you join in the shouting. Does that mean you changed?
No.
So people are sick sometimes. When they talk about these things, I just look at them like, God, I mean, but I've never been, in the circle of people who don't think before they talk this much. I mean, the first time I'm coming across things like that is in boxing. People just talk. And they think it's okay, but the power of the internet is why, everything is the way it is because they say one thing before you know it, many people are taking it. We're talking today, a lot of people are watching. What we are saying right now, you're gonna see some of them rolling around in a couple of weeks. Yeah.
Right.
Because we have this set of people who just wants anything catchy to run with. It doesn't matter if it's true or not. It doesn't matter if it's sensible or not. As long as they can run with it, they will run with it.
And also,
Joshua is ducking, and then they run with it. Joshua is ducking. Ducking who?
Victor, Victor,
Yeah,
let me say one thing
yeah,
before you continue. And also, Eddie Hearn and Joshua have the same mindset. Eddie
yeah,
Hearn, Eddie Hearn
yeah,
is not building. He doesn't present himself as a promoter.
yeah,
He presents himself as a public figure. And
yeah.
that's why you see
Of course he is.
his social media, followers is
Yeah.
growing very, very impressive.
I wouldn't be surprised if one day he wants to run for the prime minister of UK,
If you
and he might just win.
look at his dad and look at him. We're
Yeah,
two different people. His dad is very old school, only based stuff for promoting events. And again,
yeah.
it's different. It's always everywhere.
But do you know what? I'll tell you one thing, and I don't know if even Eddie is gonna like it. But that's his style. You know, if you want to catch something, you have to be patient. So when blue blood, whatever, that one is just like an imbecile. Fanon, that idiot, the one who used his daughter on something, I left a comment on something like that, and he was like shouting. I thought, my God, I just wish he was around me and he did that. He will find himself in court. Who is it? I'm telling you, it's not a joke. You see, the thing is, we all come around here to talk and talk. Yeah, everybody knows their worth. I know what I've done in life. So it's not a case of he's sitting there asking for donations. Do I have time to do that? I
What?
don't.
So he used his daughter for what?
Well, yeah, I saw the thing. It was 68 who commented on it, who made a video about it. And I just thought, well, you see, he's not different from all these Arab people who laced kids with bombs and set them out there. I mean, you can't kill kids, but they would kill kids just to kill you. So why would you put your daughter there because you are quarreling with somebody and you ask your daughter to be making comments about that?
Damn,
And I just saw that and I said, oh, wow, that's deep. And he just jumped on me. You said it's deep. You're lucky you're not where I am. He took the comment off immediately. Yeah. And I think he blocked me for a while and then he opened it again. That guy is an idiot. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is this. Oh, yeah, they're shouting. They're calling Eddie names. Yeah. Eddie still talks to them. Do you know what that is? That's
What?
magnanimous.
Eddie Hearn knows what he's
That's
doing.
that's magnanimous.
Eddie Hearn talks to everyone because
You understand?
the
Yeah.
more
Now, His his baits, Eddie's baits, are powerful. You know, somebody wants to bring you down. You need him to bring himself down. And he got next easily that way. Yeah, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that. Okay. And he educates him all the time. And through him, he educates a lot of people. Now, who should be ashamed of themselves more than all these guys? Talking about the zone like it's a kind of, I don't know, disease, scaring people. Yeah, scaring people. Oh, don't go there, don't go there. It was like, growing up, and then you go into some villages and they see a white man coming in Africa,
Mm.
and they go like, oh, that's the evil, that's the devil. Yeah, even Africa, they don't do that anymore. When I saw these guys doing it, I was like, God, is this the real Black American thing?
No,
But
that's
no,
not.
no, no. Look, when I say no, I
Right.
know what I'm saying. I
Yeah.
have friends who are Black Americans. They came to Poland to study medicine. We went all over the country together. We had
Study
parties.
study
So
Mason.
I know, yeah, medicine. They came here to study medicine. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. American government sent them. They didn't just come alone. They came through this Hope Institute.
Yeah.
Yeah, they send them every year, like 30 of them, 50 sometimes. So I know the real American, Black American. I have most of them on my wall on Facebook there. They're still my friends till today. They still
Right.
come around. We still have parties together. They're doing well. They're doctors, lawyers. So, sorry.
But
I know the real Black American setup. It's not
you
this
got
one's.
you got to realize this. I think I know what's going on here.
Yeah.
Why, look, Eddie Hearn. All right, look, it was Joshua who called him out. Right,
And
he
Han
called out.
is really intelligent.
Right,
Really
but
intelligent.
he's taking the route
Yeah.
that Mayweather and Pacquiao took. They gonna marinate this fight. Okay. Now,
Mm,
who started that? Who started marinating fights first? Well, far as I know, it was Mayweather,
mm.
and everybody was defending Mayweather. I don't know if you remember, a lot of people was calling him a
Yeah, I
punk.
remember. I remember.
Just calling
Yeah,
him a
yeah, yeah.
pussy, just like they doing with
Yeah,
Anthony Joshua. And a lot
yeah.
of Americans was defending Mayweather, just like a lot of
Hmm.
Joshua fans are defending him. So
Yeah.
it's now it's like vice versa now. Okay, that's why I don't get upset about this. I already know he's not scared of
Yeah, but the
Wilder.
extremity of those boys who don't even know anything, they are so narrow-minded. It's just absurd. I mean, we weren't doing that, are we?
Yeah,
So that's not to say they can't do it. Tyson Fury fans are a bit like that too. Yeah. So, but I think it depends. Yeah. Some are
but
polished, some are not.
now they sound like the fans, the
Yeah.
Pacquiao fans. They sound like
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. That's it. And each time they lose, it pains them to the bone marrow. They just go like they're gonna die there, right? And then they wake up the next day and then they are alive again.
Yeah.
It's terrible, yeah. It's a grown-up man crying on TV because huh? And they were basically begging Eddie Hearn to make an offer to Deontay. Like they weren't the ones making it difficult for him. Somebody would have buckled. Yeah, he just went on like nothing happened. It's more intelligent than that. They need to see that.
Deontay Wilder is too proud of himself. Too proud. That's why.
He is not proud. It's just scared.
No, not scared. It's not
He's,
scared. It's proud.
he's scared. My brother is scared. Believe me, Wilder is scared. I mean, you need to study his body language. When Wilder wasn't scared, that stopped. That stopped with the first Otis fight. I mean, the Otis fight. Yeah, he almost got him out. Then he changed his tune. He changed his tune after that fight. He started talking about if I lost, And then hey, I've been taking some courses about things. I saw that video. He's talking about taking some courses and things like that, going to places and then, preparing his mind because he's not going to win all the time. So if he loses, he'll still be able to deal with it. He never talked like that before.
Wow. Is that what he was saying?
He said that. I'll find that video. I'll
Yeah.
send it
Yeah.
to you.
Reality is kicking in. Wow.
Yeah, he said that. And I said, wow. So Wilder could say this? He said that. And after the Fury fight, he almost, stopped believing in himself. And that was the time he started out saying, oh, yeah, if you give Wilder 70% and AJ takes 30%, Wilder will still look for an excuse. I'm saying that today. So there's no point giving him anything anymore. He won't take that fight. He won't. He's too scared. Believe me.
I don't think Water is scared.
I know Wilder is scared, bro.
I think I think he's just afraid to lose.
Well,
Oh, well.
he's
What's the
afraid.
difference?
Yeah. Yeah.
Then he's scared. That's what it means.
Right.
So
Right. He's
We
scared.
are saying the same thing. Yeah, that's what it means.
he's, af-
He's afraid to lose.
he's afraid to
He's scared.
he's,
Right.
he's afraid to lose because you know why? Because
Yeah,
nowadays when you lose, that
yeah,
zero that you had, fans
yeah.
tends to turn their backs on you. That's all.
And bro, here's the reason why it's just too hard for him like that. He's gonna. I mean, Kupovetkin lost. He's lost the second fight. He's gonna come back again. That's a good fighter. Believe me. White lost. White is up there. White is scared of it.
Why don't have the fans and the that Water has? You know, those fans around Water, they praise him every time. They talk about the blackness stuff. You know, they have so I don't know.
Bro,
All
let's be frank. Wilder knew he was a fraud. Wilder is taking advantage of the emotional weakness of those people. They are weak emotionally. They just want, somebody to relate to. They want a kind of figure that's going to represent what they stand for. Look, any man who claims racism before taking a step is a dead man.
Mhm.
Yeah, a dead man living.
there's racism in
There
America
is
too.
racism everywhere, bro.
Yeah.
No, but in America, it is a little bit worse. You know,
Yeah.
But I still have friends. I still have friends who are doing well there, and they never mention that
No, because
a day.
some of could ignore the media. The media,
I'm telling you.
they love it. They love
You see, this
showing
is it.
racism.
This is it. If you are diabetic, you know what you don't eat.
Yeah.
Would you continue to eat it and say, "Don't criticize because I'm eating this. I'm not worse than you. I want to eat it because when you die, you die.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen." So, if you know, okay, this is what's going to happen, this is what I can do to live my life, you live above it. Just learn to live above it. They are using it as an advantage, which is bad. You want to sit in one place, they offer you something, you say you're not going to take it. That is what a difficult child does.
bro,
And
bro,
let's face it.
bro. I have to tell you,
Yeah.
I have to tell you, the truth.
All right.
The truth is that there is racism in America.
Yeah.
There's racism in America. I mean, my cousins all live there, and my uncles are there.
So they're
Yeah.
telling you about the police shootings.
They don't have that because,
Did they tell you about it?
bro, they don't have that.
No, here in
But
America we do. I mean, the police that shooting unarmed black men and stuff.
yeah, but not
I know. I mean, I had that. I had that before.
not American.
You see, let's be frank. Consider the aggression people are showing on YouTube.
Yeah.
If anybody showed that to me as a policeman, I'd feel threatened. Let's face it, it's true.
Yeah. Well, see,
They are too aggressive.
like you
They
just
need to
said,
stop.
like
Yeah,
I said earlier, the media blows it up. Okay. See, let me tell you what the media
yeah,
trying to do. We
Yeah.
going back. Let me see. About 30 years ago. Was it 30 years?
Yeah.
29 years ago. We had
Yeah.
riots that broke out from California
Yeah.
all the way to New York, from New York all the way down to Florida. It was all over the country. It was
Yeah.
over a guy named Rodney King. Someone
Right. I
video,
think I heard
yeah,
the story. Yeah.
yeah. They videotaped them, showing him getting beat by the cops. He was on the ground. He
Yeah.
had like
Yeah. I think.
six,
Yeah.
seven
Yeah. Yeah.
shots
Yeah.
in him,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
right?
And they was choking,
Yeah,
and they still continued. Yeah. I think
yeah,
I saw the film. Yeah.
yeah, and that started a mass riot all over the states. I mean, everywhere. Right now, where I lived in Camden, I live in Camden County. Really,
Yeah.
the people in Camden couldn't do that because I think about let me see, a few months before that happened. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, the gangs in Camden had a free fall. They started burning down everything. They burned down half the city. Oh my goodness, you know,
Oh.
yeah, it was wild back then. So Camden didn't really have nothing to burn down after that. But I think that's what they're trying to start again. So that's why they're showing these police
Uh,
shootings.
that's awful. They shouldn't have started that. Really.
No, but they trying
Again.
because they're not telling us what happened, what caused the shootings. Now,
Yeah. Right.
they have this YouTube channel. I think it's called PPV, and
All right.
they show police activity as it's
Yeah.
happening. And they had this one guy trying to run over a cop. The cop had to jump on the car, and he's still moving the car. And the cop, he was shooting through the car.
All
He
right.
killed the guy. But if that was on the news wouldn't have said that the guy tried to
Yeah.
run the cop over. They would have said, well, the cop just walked up to him and asked him his name and pulled his gun out and shot him. you know?
Mm.
You
Yeah,
know,
so yeah, our media
you know,
are troublemakers.
you know what's scary? You know what's scary about
Yeah.
America? You know what's scary about America?
Yeah.
The most scary thing about that country is that you guys have, not everywhere, in some states, they have open gun policy.
Yeah.
Like for real,
Yeah.
they
You see people pulling guns. Yeah. Any little thing that you could just settle by shouting, you pull out guns. That's terrible. Yeah.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
terrible.
He's talking about
Now,
Texas.
but my point, my point is this: how does bringing racism into it help Wilder if AJ himself is black?
Well, like I was trying to explain to the boxing
no,
block,
no.
and
See,
These people
boxing
are
block.
crazy.
I'm trying
They're
to explain
stupid.
to boxing block. He
Yeah.
wasn't trying to hear me, but it's true. Most white people over here don't look at Joshua as black. They look at him as Nigerian, but Nigerian is
Oh,
black.
oh. So who's more black?
Well, I mean, oh,
Black Africa? Nothing can be black more than black Africa.
I
So
don't
who's
know.
black?
I don't.
If the Nigerian is not black, who's black?
Uh, I don't know.
Oh my
It's
God.
it's kind of complicated. It's
It
complicated to
is.
explain.
It is, really. It is. And you know what? That makes black people feel stupid. Because every white people are going to stand around there and look at them, look at them, look at them. Two brothers. Wow. They can't even enjoy the place together? Oh, come on. That's sickening. That's
Yeah.
sickening. That's sickening. That's sickening. People need to start thinking. We're
uh,
not thinking at all.
is
No, we're
Clement,
not. No.
is Clement there? Clement.
I think he left us.
Is
Yeah.
Clement.
I
Or is
tried
it
to.
us? Is
I,
he asleep?
yeah, he muted his thing. I tried to tell
That's
Boxing Block
that's
that
possible.
he wasn't trying
Yeah.
to hear it. He wasn't trying to hear it. He was like,
Yeah.
Joshua is black, and I said, not here in America, he's not.
so, so who's black, really?
Uh, it's like that here.
Oh my
Even
God.
even with
Uh,
Jamaicans,
yeah.
even with Jamaicans, they're Jamaican,
Mhm.
not black.
You see, you
It's
see the
crazy.
division between us?
Yeah.
That's why I don't think we're intelligent enough. Sorry to say. If that's the way we are thinking, it doesn't matter where you're from, you're gonna
Yeah.
be treated,
The
you're gonna
same
be
way.
treated the same way.
Yeah.
I'm the only black person in my town here. I am the only black person, and I'm just black. That's all. Hmm?
Right.
If you come and live here with me, there will be two black guys. That's all.
Right.
So,
It won't be an American. They won't see you as American. It
oh,
won't be.
right.
I'm.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
So they are the problem. They are
Yeah.
the problem.
Can you hear me? Can
Yeah.
you hear
Yeah,
me?
yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
I don't know. For some reason, I was not able to follow you guys. I was speaking, but like I couldn't hear you guys.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's slow. Yeah, I got what this guy CMD is trying to say actually because
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
been in the US for quite some time,
Right.
Yeah.
and what he's saying like is like the truth. Yeah, I'm a Nigerian. I've been here
Yeah.
for like years.
Yeah.
Truth of the matter is that in the US, except like sometimes I talk to Boxing Block Center, he too doesn't understand why things are like that. But if you don't live in the US, you won't understand some things.
Right.
you know, if you live in Nigeria or you live in Europe, I've been in Europe. I've lived in Luxembourg and Netherlands for some years. And when I came to US, I discovered that it's like different.
Yep.
If a,
Yeah.
a white person, once they hear your accent, they can tell that you are
Yeah.
not African American. They can tell you are
Uh-huh.
from anywhere in Africa, and
Yeah.
they will relate with you.
Yeah.
Not like, in fact, you might even have some opportunities, some privileges more than an African
Yeah.
American in
Oh
America
well.
Yeah.
Oh
as an
well.
African. But people
Well.
don't know that we think, oh, because we are black, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
racism is in a way entrenched in the system here. Like when you talk of the police shootings, the police killing blacks here. If you see, yes, I know the Second Amendment allow people to bear arms in America, but go and look at the cases of people that killed a black guy in California 2 weeks ago. This guy was sleeping. They say he was sleeping in his car, and he
Hmm.
had a gun on him. The police
Oh.
shot this guy dead. Now,
Oh.
why will you shoot a sleeping man because he has a
That's
gun on him?
crazy. That's
But you're
Hmm.
crazy.
gonna see some of these white guys have run with the police. They're not
Yeah.
gonna do anything to them. Like if you have an issue with a white guy in America and the police comes to that scene, just forget it. You are gone.
Yeah.
They're not gonna take your side,
Hmm.
especially if you are Black American, like not just if you are African American.
Hmm.
Sometimes I understand when they talk about. Don't forget that America, this racism stuff, as is headquartered in America. It started from America, from the days of Martin Luther King, from the killing of this guy, this that led to the Civil War. It is civil, forgotten
Malcolm
his name.
X and all.
No, no, not even Malcolm X. This guy that was killed in that led to the lynching, the riot in California. There's this his name. I do
Uh,
forget his name.
I
You know,
forgot. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So those guys, there is, there are some people, there are some black people actually who just run on that. Like honestly, they've not suffered racism, they've have no reason, or but they just try to benefit from that. Yes, there are some of them, but for the most part, there are people that genuinely suffer racism or who don't get, when it comes to the real social setting, they don't get it like the white person. It's like that in America. But that is not to say that there are not a lot of them. It's just like you go to Oshodi, you see all these Agberu boys. You go to Mushin, you see how they live in. Then you just conclude that all Nigerians are like that. No.
Yeah.
There,
Yeah.
there are
Yeah.
some there are some black people that are actually crazy, while there are some that are extremely nice, extremely good. They are
Let me,
relatable, you can relate with them,
let me,
they are intelligent enough.
let me.
Right.
So it's like that. Like Wider, when I listen to Wider talk about racism till this day, that thing doesn't make sense. Like, first of all, you are talking of boxing. You are talking of your craft. Nobody is
That's
stopping
what I'm
you from
saying.
becoming,
That's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
what you want to be. In case of
All over the
Wider,
world, all
Wider
over
is
the
just,
world, they are both black.
yes, Wider is just trying to
AJ is
make,
black.
But
yeah,
not
he's
here in
just trying to make,
America.
Wilder is
yeah,
black.
yes, yes,
Wilder is
he's
Doesn't
just
black.
trying to
matter how
make,
you look at it.
Right.
If you're looking at it, we're
Right.
talking about world boxing, not American boxing anymore.
no,
Right. I
it's
understand.
boxing.
Right. I
No.
understand. I understand what you're saying, Victor. I really do.
Yeah, I
Like
know.
I was trying to explain to Box about the
Mm.
same way, and like you, he ain't trying to hear that. Joshua is black, but like
Yeah,
Clemente, he sees what I see. He knows.
I know what you see, but I'm trying to say right now, and I think we all should run with it.
Yeah.
We all should run with it. This is the point. I've seen a lot of people talking about, this is UK versus America. No, there is nothing like
No,
UK versus the
it's
USA. It
yeah,
is America wants to be alone. It is America versus the whole world.
do you
Yeah.
know? Do you
It's
understand?
boxing,
Do you
world
know
boxing.
when it comes to boxing,
Yeah,
like people like if you go to anywhere in the world, even in
yeah,
Nigeria today, people are gonna
yeah.
mention Muhammad Ali. They're gonna mention Mike
Oh,
Tyson.
oh, oh,
They're gonna
thank you.
mention Evander
Thank you.
Holyfield. The
Thank
people
you.
respect those guys because of what they brought to the table. These guys are highly skilled fighters. People
Right.
Yeah.
support them not because
Not
they're from
because they're from
America.
America or they're
I
black
have
or something.
in Nigeria we had a guy called Bashali. He was also
Oh
a boxer.
yeah.
He was good,
Yeah, and he
but
was a champion,
no,
yeah? It was a
he
world
was a
champ.
champion. But nobody's going
Yeah.
to talk about Bashali in the same statement with Mike Tyson. The people hold Mike
No.
Tyson in higher esteem than
Yeah.
Bashali.
All
You
over
know,
the world, yeah.
yeah. But if you flip the table when the table is turned in
Yeah.
America for today, for some people, not all everybody, they
Yeah.
think boxing, it's good to be patriotic,
Yeah.
to love your country, to support your
Mm-hmm.
country brand. But
Mm.
when it comes to skill, when it comes to experience,
Yeah.
when it comes to what you bring to the table, you should not
Mm.
allow sentiments to becloud your sense of
Thank
reasoning.
you.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
Thank
true.
you.
so that
That's
and
true.
that's
Oh,
where why that comes into
all
play.
right. Let's chip in something. Let's chip in something as Nigerians, yeah. When we have a star, yeah, who's doing
Yeah,
well, we all
yeah,
praise him. When he
of
starts to
course.
fall behind, we start to
they
chastise
lambast
him.
him seriously,
Didn't
seriously.
we just do it to Efe?
Of course,
Right.
of course,
That's
of course.
Nigerian for you.
Uh,
Your
They're gonna
skill
lambast him.
is the reason you're respected. Keep it
No,
and
mm,
don't go beyond what you can give us
I'm
just
telling
to
you.
build yourself up by bringing those who have already done it, by bringing them down. We
You
won't
know,
take it.
Right.
to
We
add to
we
what you said,
Hmm.
to
we
add to
won't
what you
take
said,
it.
when it comes
Yeah,
to national issues,
yeah,
for instance, if you talk of opportunities given to black in America, if you talk
yeah.
of racism,
Mm.
I will 90% support a black American because the reason is I feel that the black America in America is treated like it's not part of the society. In some ways, they try to
Mm.
pretend that they don't, but they mistreat blacks in so many ways. The
So
opportunity they don't give.
so
No,
now let me
no,
ask you one
no,
question.
but
What
yeah.
what has that got to do with the rest
Let
of
me
us
finish.
that they are making their enemies as fast as they could? They're
Can you
making
repeat that?
us. What has that got to do with the rest of us, black people all over the world, that they
Yeah.
they are making their enemies as fast as they could
Right. I
because of
understand what you're
Wilder?
saying. All right. No.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
No, black people.
They
Okay, let
need
me
our
speak from.
support. They need
Yeah.
our
Okay,
support
Yep.
let me speak
to
from
speak
my
for
own
them.
angle.
Yeah,
Like black people, you know the problem of social media. Social media has been able to bring a lot of imbeciles into the public
yeah,
domain, so that their
yeah.
opinion is now seen as the opinion of the totality of people. I've had I've been in America for the time. I've had relationships with black people that are very bad. Like that, those people you don't want to be with them. And I've listened with black people that are extremely good. Like I'm
Yeah,
married to a black American. Some people will say,
yeah,
"Oh, black women are this thing, they are bad, they are." But my own wife is a good example of a black person or a human being to start with.
yeah.
So they are very good black people. They are very bad black people. Bad people. It's just like you have, if you have some people in Nigeria, like, oh, Igbo people, don't do anything with those people. They are crafty. They are this, which they might be correct to a large extent. But you see some few people that are
But that's
good.
that's
So
stereotypical. Yeah,
yeah, it's
Yeah.
stereotypical. You see some people that are
yeah, yeah,
good.
yeah,
Some
yeah.
in America, you walk to the store, you walk to an Asian store, you walk to a white store. once you get to the store, they start looking at you like you want to steal something for the store.
Yeah, yeah, I get it.
I'm telling you an example of a national issue. They look at you like, oh, this guy is black. Chances are that he's going to steal. Oh, this guy is black. He's a violent person. Until they
Yeah.
hear the way you speak, then they not ask you, oh, where are you from? They're like, oh, okay, because they not see that maybe you don't have the accent. So as a black person in America, there is a stereotype across board, whether you're coming from Nigeria, from Ghana, from Kenya, until you speak and they begin to say that, oh, this accent is not African American. So
Uh,
African American treatment by the society is not befitting. Like, I understand the pains of most African Americans because some of them are in America and the society does not make them feel like they're an integral part of the society. So there's a kind of cultural disconnect between them
Yeah.
coming from Africa. Don't forget, these people have been taken from Africa for many years. So there's that disconnect. They cannot relate entirely back to Africa. Why they cannot hold their own in America still. So
Mm,
those things have some psychological impact.
um,
yeah.
However, when it comes to sports, when it comes to your work, wherever you see talent, talent will always speak for itself. If you are good,
Yeah.
you are good.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah.
matter whether you're coming from
Yeah.
any part of the
Yeah.
world. You might come
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
Asia,
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
Europe. That is why when it comes to
Even if
basketball,
you're not good, but you're hardworking,
you're
you work
hardworking.
harder to become good,
You're gonna make it.
we still recognize it.
Yes,
Yes.
that's why people like Mike Tyson,
Yeah.
racism, selling racism was not an issue to them. You didn't hear Makari say,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, till this day, my people are being chained." No, you can say
Mm.
that in other social circles. If you want to go
Yeah.
into that, then you can become a Martin Luther King, you can become a Malcolm
Yeah.
X, you can become a
Yeah.
Farrakhan.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
When it comes to sports, you should be able to dissect
I think
your
they need
talents.
more re-education. I think
Yeah,
that's
you
what they
have to be.
need.
Yes, you have to know that.
They
Oh,
need
this
they
is
need re-education.
yes,
Believe
this
me.
is
And
this is
CMD,
sport.
Yeah.
you've got a job on your hand, bro. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. They need re-education. You need
Yeah.
to tell them they have
uh,
to forget about the hate. They
Victor,
have to learn to,
Vic-
yep,
Victor.
yep,
Uh,
yep.
Yeah. Well,
listen,
see, I
listen,
want to
listen.
say one. Hey, go ahead,
Uh,
boxing block. I just
well,
want to say something real quick, but go ahead, boxing block.
listen, Victor. You're saying it as if it's so easy.
Oh,
listen,
bro,
listen,
bro. There is racism everywhere. Like I
no,
told you earlier, I'm the only black man in this town. I
bro,
stand for my own.
bro. We
The
have
last thing I'll use is racism, but
listen,
I will call it when I see it,
listen.
but I don't put it first.
I worked in an hotel.
Yeah, yeah,
And this German, my German chef was
yeah,
is a racist guy,
yeah,
and he told me personally
yeah,
when we had some discussion that
yeah.
I should go back to Africa.
Uh,
All right. I hear that every day. So
Every day.
what about that?
No, no, no. I'm telling you right
Uh,
now. I'm telling you right now.
yeah, I know.
Because I challenged him. hmm,
Yeah,
I challenged him
yeah,
and told him, like, listen, I'm not a low IQ person. I know my right. I
yeah,
know where I come from. I'm royal. You know, I'm a king. You understand?
yeah,
Because it depends on how you treat yourself. That's how
yeah.
yeah,
people, you know,
yeah.
if you treat yourself like an idiot, they will treat you like an idiot. So
Exactly.
this guy, this German guy, uh, when I told him his real identity, I said, you are a racist bigot. That's what you're. Sorry for this word.
Mm,
I said he's
mm-hmm.
an idiot. Then he was trying to deny it, but what he said to me was undeniable.
Yeah. You see, when people start to defend themselves for that, you know they are.
No, but in America,
That's the point.
in America, it's different. Okay,
You,
Yeah.
it's
you,
different. It's different. I
you,
mean,
you,
over year, at least you can take a lawyer and fight it. You know, and people are more educated here than because that German guy, that German S box, that guy is a old man. He's not a young,
Yeah,
German.
all right.
You understand?
Yeah. These are old fashioned racists. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Old school,
old
No
German,
school,
old school
no
racism,
school bastard.
old school racism,
old,
old school bastard.
You know why it's meant for in America? If you tell me
Yeah,
in America to go back to Africa, I'm gonna tell you, you know
yeah.
what? Fuck you. I'm going back to Nigeria.
Uh-huh.
I don't give a fuck.
Uh-huh.
I'm a
Yeah.
lawyer back home. I have a base back home, so I don't
Yeah.
care. But you know what is annoying? When a white man
Yeah.
tells an African American to go back to Africa,
Yeah.
I find that
Yeah.
very insulting because it
Yeah.
means you are trying to deprive them of their national identity. Yes, they are black, but
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
are also
You
Americans.
see,
So so
that's the
so
point.
so
It's we
is
let
it is
emotions, yeah, we let emotions take everything away from us.
Yeah.
yeah.
We already know the history of America. Even they, I know what I'm saying today. I'm saying it on air. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even they came from somewhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Either
The
the
white
ones,
people, the white people are not
yeah,
American. They
yeah.
migrated from Europe. Yeah,
Either
Native
the ones,
Americans are natives.
either
Yeah.
the ones who were thugs, yeah. Just a minute. Either the ones who were thugs or troublemakers or debtors who can't pay their money or offenders who they didn't want to stay back in the original country. They send them on ship, send them to that place to go and like banished or something. Some of them were like that, and some were like okay, they just went there on their own. Yeah, but
No,
everybody came.
Right.
Everybody came.
America is a diverse country.
I
Okay.
think the only
The,
people who were there were the Red Indians, right?
yeah, the red India, the Native Americans. Now,
So the rest came. So
when a
if
white
anybody was
man,
telling you to go back to Africa, you tell him to
I,
go back to wherever he comes from, Ireland
that I'll tell him
or Italy or
go
whatever,
back to
or
go back to
Poland.
Europe. they
Yeah.
have, they have to go back to
So
Europe.
so
You know,
why would that be a problem? That shouldn't have been a problem. That's what I'm saying. You see, one thing you need to know is this: if
Be-
somebody is trying to get at you and you let them, they're
do,
gonna
do
have
you
a
know that?
ride with
Do
it.
you know that beyond that, in
Yeah,
Pennsylvania, in Philadelphia, a
yeah.
judge was just recently sentenced to 28 years for
Wow.
sentencing black teenagers
Hmm.
to prison.
Oh,
They
look at
bring
that.
you, they just they arrest
Somebody
you,
said please stop
Look,
chewing
look at
loud.
that. Look at that. Look at that.
they, they will take you to this
Let
judge. They
him
will
enjoy
sentence
his
you.
Clement,
meal. Enjoy
Clement,
your meal, bro.
They,
Clement,
they,
it's Clement, Clement.
they will send you
Huh?
to jail because you are
Enjoy
black.
your meal,
They,
bro.
they,
Yeah, yeah,
it, a lot of stuff, like a lot of things
yeah,
go on. Yeah, like you might not really understand the depth
yeah. I
until you
know.
are part of the
I know.
society.
I know. I
So,
get your point.
but
I get your point.
but in
Really.
spite of that, you can't say,
Yeah,
oh, I can't reach for the skies because there's
yeah,
racism in America. Or
yeah, yeah,
I can't achieve my dream because of the hatred in
yeah.
America.
You
So
have to,
whatever you're doing,
and that's the only
whether
way you
you're
show them.
Right.
that's the only way you show them. But if look at Michael Jordan, he's a
All right,
black man. He's
let's take this for instance. Sorry to cut you short. I'm gonna
yeah
go back to that Eddie Hearn issue. Let's take it for instance. If Eddie was black and everybody was on him like that, all white,
mm,
do you think he would still continue to do what he's doing in the USA?
Yeah, because Al Heyman went through the same thing back
Oh,
here
that's it.
in 2012, and
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, and he was being sued and everything by
yeah.
not just white but Mexican too.
I know. Oh, I
So
know.
you
I
know
know the story.
he continued to do what he's doing.
But he's an intelligent man.
Yeah,
yeah.
He didn't get in the
Yeah,
street and fight.
that is
He didn't
that is
make
no,
that
noise.
that's the point I'm making, because
That is it.
when you know your arts, when you know what you're
Yeah.
doing,
Yeah, you know
you
your
don't let
worth.
anything stop you. They look at people like Tiger Woods is a black
Yeah.
man, Michael Jordan is
And
a
you
black
know what?
American.
You know what?
They,
We have some set of people. They are just too difficult. And they
CMD,
when they
CMD,
yeah,
CMD.
yeah.
Let me ask you one question. And I know this is in the DNA of all black people around the world,
uh-huh.
but why is it that when, as in when, let's say African Americans, some of them, when they have just a little some amount of money, they tend to want to show it off. Go buy cars,
Yeah.
buy wearing. Like they don't like we. I know we Nigerians we spend money. We like to spend money and all that stuff. That's what. But we tend to invest that money back
But we
into
invest.
Yeah.
instead.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this. I learned my lesson years ago about doing that, and
Yeah.
it's called, keeping up the Joneses, because the women here,
You're
when when they see a man with, nice clothes, nice car, that's how you get them. But as you know, that's when I was young. However,
yeah, right.
I'm older now.
I
Hey,
feel you. I feel you.
I was in an accident at work and I got some money, but I'm not,
Yeah.
I get what I need.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not going showing it off, or buying a luxury car. I mean, I could,
Yeah.
I had to get a car because here where I live at, you
Oh,
can
sure,
vote,
sure,
but
sure,
it's not
sure.
a luxury. It's not a
It's
BMW or a
necessity. Yeah.
Mercedes. Yeah,
It's necessity. Yeah.
I exactly understand what you're saying. And when I was young in my 20s, man, let me tell you, by the time I was about to hit my 30s, I said, man, all that money could have bought those clothes, and
yeah. I did something about
I
that.
don't
Yeah.
have none of them clothes now. What happened to them? Oh, the style went out. I spent over like $8,000 on clothes, and I could have saved that money.
One thing is that African Americans are so blessed, you know, in every aspect of life. We know that there's reason there and other stuff, but the access of education which they have, a lot of people in Nigeria can die for that. I'm just saying, you know,
But,
You know,
like
but,
the access to
but you know,
education that they have.
that's another issue. Boxing block. Let me cut you short.
No problem.
The education in America,
Mhm.
in Nigeria, you need education to be a lot of things. To be, you have to go to school. You have to. That's why you see that even in America, the most educated people are not even the whites. They are
Are
Nigerians,
Nigerians?
South
Yes.
Africans. You know the
Yes.
reason? Everything
I
boils
told
down to
some of
society.
them online there trying to mess up with Africa. I said, look,
Yeah,
even the ones there
yeah.
that
Eh,
are really educated
every,
Nigerians, go
yeah,
check it. I
you know
found
the
the
reason.
link and I sent it to them.
Yeah,
So
you know
you'll be amazed at the
you,
level
you,
of
do you know the reason
information that people
in
don't have.
Nigeria?
Yeah.
Two things are responsible for that. In Nigeria, emphasis is placed on education because we
Yeah.
believe that without
Yeah.
education you are nobody in society. And
Even the best schools in Nigeria
yeah,
are the most expensive schools in the world.
so, yeah. Secondly, you
In
can't
the world.
access your opportunities are limited in
And they
Nigeria
pay. Yeah.
without education. You need education
Yeah.
to tap
Yeah.
into opportunities.
yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
in America, you don't need education to be anything. In America,
Huh?
America is
Yeah, you do.
very capitalist. See,
Like,
you need education for. I'm talking of in the 70% cases, you don't really need education to go get a job. You can, of course, you can start working with McDonald's and right to become a manager in McDonald's, and at the end of the day, you have a
some,
house, you have a car,
yeah.
provided you work in America and you can pay your bills, you can build your credits. You are
Mm.
good to go. You
I
don't
want to
need
say
you.
one thing about that. The only
All
people
right.
who know how to do that, what you just said, are the people who are not from here. People who come
Um,
from like
that
Africa,
that's what I want to say.
Mm.
People that are
they
not born, me,
they know how to
I
do that.
yes, I used to ask myself, why don't these people care about school? Okay, now let me give you an instance. My wife studied psychology and counseling. She went to the university. She came out of the university. She still didn't get. A friend that didn't go to the university was paid more than her working for the county. She was paid $13.25 per hour in one stupid data entry counseling job she was doing with this Asian
What's
American
stupid?
drug abuse program. Why a friend that has
What's stupid? That's
never went to school is paid
yeah.
1750. My wife's
Mm.
cousin studied physiotherapy. Okay, is working with Sentinel Hospital here in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
He is paid $14.25 per hour. Why his other friend that never went to school working for the county is paid $17.50? That shows you that in America they are bothered about your ability to pay the bill. The only education that's going to give you a lot of money in America is maybe if you're a professional, like a medical doctor, a pilot, a
Yeah.
lawyer, you know. But every other thing, my brother, they don't care. They don't care. Just go make the money. Just go
Yeah.
work and make the money. But in Nigeria, if you are educated, there is that societal strata. There's a divide between the educated and the uneducated. I know if I'm educated in Nigeria, I'll be looking at working with the banks, working with oil companies, working with big law firms, working with some federal parastatals, while people that are not educated might go work with ShopRite or work with some,
Yeah.
do some menial jobs and all that. In America, you can be educated and still work as a bus driver. Nobody cares. You can be educated and you still going to be a security guard.
Yeah.
that is
I,
that is the point. That's why you see some of them. Some of them will tell you why. Why do I have to go to school? Like at the end of the
yeah.
day, what end?
See, the
Like
thing is, in America, it's like I don't know. In other places outside America, they're more. How can I say? Um, Proper with it. I mean, how can I say it? More. Oh man, I'm looking for that word.
Mhm.
Oh man, but you know they're more even out. Okay. Here in America, like you go to school, you get all these options and everything, and like let's say you go to school for this trade, but by the time you get out, that job is not even there.
it's not there. You
Mm,
have to do something to pay the bill. If not, you become homeless. It's
mm.
crazy.
You know, yeah, right. It's like well civilized. Okay, believe it or not, that's the word
Yeah.
I'm looking for. Okay,
Yeah.
like if Nigeria, like you said, something about management. Like if you know you're gonna need managers because you got like over 100 something thousand new restaurants coming through. Okay, you're gonna train
Mm,
people for the next 4 years to be managers. You know, over here it's not like that. Okay, um, I mean, yeah, you got places that need management and business management. Yeah, you get into that, but you got other job opportunities out there that's promising. Yo, you can make $80,000 starting off. A lot of people go for that, but when they get out there, once they graduated, bam, they don't used all that money from the government, all that loan money, and now the job
mm.
is not there. So
In
now,
fact,
Wow.
let me to quickly add to that. In America, they tell you you can go to school, you can access grants and all that.
yeah,
Now you go to school, you go get a grant. My friend is a Nigerian. He lives in Philadelphia. We went to the law school together
right across the
in
bridge from
Delaware.
me.
This, yeah, this guy is owing $100,000 on his student loan.
Wow.
Now that guy has not
Ooh.
even gotten a job. He's still waiting. Now, in the meantime, he hasn't gotten a job to work as a lawyer that he is.
Oh
He
wow.
told me he's trying to look for some jobs at the county, go to a place just to keep body and soul together.
Oh.
Now, in Nigeria, if I finish school as a lawyer and I don't get a job, I won't go work as a security guard.
Yeah.
Worst case, I'm going to wait. I will rely on my auntie or my uncle or my parents if they are rich to get me going until I get that job, or get something that is close to my educational status. But because in America, people is a capitalist society, nobody is there to come and no parents will tell you, "Oh, I'm going to pay your rent," because your parents too. Your father want to pay his own rent. He has his own problem.
Yeah.
So
Right.
you have to do something. You have to do something to make sure you have a roof over your head. To make sure you can afford, you can feed yourself. So when you leave school, you you might not get that job immediately. So you have to do something in Nigeria we call it menial job, like a degrading job.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
in a way, the society is different. It's also in America. You see somebody working in IOP, working in Dennis, he's going to get
Uh,
married to a professor.
Clement, Clement, Clement,
Yeah,
Clement. Do
yeah.
you have your YouTube on or what?
No, I'm wondering. My YouTube is not on. I don't know why. Hold on.
But it's clear here.
Can
Yeah,
you hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you clearly here.
Yeah.
Really.
The thing is that
Yeah.
I
I was
can.
finding it difficult to hear you guys.
There's a repeat of of the words he said. That's why.
All right.
Yeah, it's echoing.
Could it be your speaker or something, or your mic or something?
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
You can
Yeah,
continue.
Okay. I
Continue,
think I
bro.
can hear you guys, but not too
yeah, we
clear.
can hear you. It's just echoing.
O-
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what this is what I'm saying.
Okay. Uh, I can hear you. I can hear you guys now.
Okay, okay, good. You can continue.
So so the point I'm making is like, different societies with different rules. Like yeah, you can see somebody that works with like I up, or then is getting married to a graduate, to a professor. In Nigeria, you won't see a professor getting married to somebody who is selling meat in the market, because of that societal divide. That's those standards, those walls that are building in the society. So I think America is a highly capitalist society. That's why you find everything is okay. You want a car, they tell you, oh, you can get the best car. You can get a car for $50,000. This is your auto loan. Then you
Yeah,
start paying car notes and paying car notes until you get fed up.
yeah, I
And
went through it.
once you can pay that shit, they're coming to take that car.
Right.
They'll tell you can go to school, but they leave you with a life of loans that you might not even finish paying till you die. Oh, you
Right.
can get a house. Come take out a mortgage. No problem. We're gonna approve you for mortgage. Just give us $10,000. Take this out for $1 million. Keep paying mortgage. The day you default on that mortgage, trust me, you become homeless. So
Oh,
It's
all
like
those.
it's like maybe we should do a new podcast, a new create a new podcast as well for politics and
how did we get on? Oh, we got on this about Anthony Joshua.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
not being black in America.
It's getting
No,
interesting.
Yeah,
you got
Oh
no.
my
We can actually start another channel for that, because well, one thing, it's like a vicious circle in the world. One thing leads to something else. You can't
yeah.
you
Well,
can't deny that.
I don't think we're
So
allowed to do that anymore, though. Oh no, that's conspiracy. We're not allowed to do conspiracy videos no more, which I think is good because I got is let me see, Mick Yell, is he still here? Mick Yell 77, because I got tired of those them fake abo videos when they was talking about black people not being African. We was Indian. We ain't no Indians. We straight Africans. You
Uh,
know?
CMD.
Yeah,
Let me ask you a question. Uh, what are your thoughts about ADOS? You know what ADOS is?
I heard about them.
Okay. What are your thoughts? Let me, because
I,
I don't know if you know a guy called O'Shea Duke Jackson.
Nuh-uh.
He studies in Poland. He has very huge, how many subscribers, followers, you know. His name is O'Shea Jackson. So,
O'Shea. I've heard about the ADOs and everything. I heard about them, but I don't know too much. I forget what it stands for.
American Descendants of Slave.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right.
They want reparations, and also they want to be a unique group. You know, African Americans to be unique groups.
Well, I
And then,
mean, everyone else got reparations, but black people. You know, the Jews when they came here, they got it.
but
Uh,
how are they gonna give reparations?
well, number one, they came up with it saying
Every,
that they're gonna give out $100 billion. Okay, and what they're gonna do, they're gonna use it to build like new schools. And like they're not gonna give us any checks, and we're not definitely not gonna get no money.
well,
But
that's not what they expect. They expect checks.
no, they're
That,
not gonna give us no checks. No,
of course, they expect.
they're just going to use it in black communities and whatnot. And I guess for blacks who has like we was talking about education, they're going to make sure they get what they need to start either one. If they can't get a job, they can start their own doctor businesses, doctor's office, dentist offices. It'll be more and more black doctors and dentists out there. Dentist offices than it is now. Just from that money. But as for us sitting back and collecting a check, nah. That's not the way it's going to roll.
Well, you go watch the videos on YouTube. You know, you people are not really uh talking about what you just stated. They want to shake.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. They didn't give the Jews a check. They didn't give the Japanese a check. They was like, yes, they did. They got houses and all that. Well, okay, well, they was just coming from a different country, right? At that time, they needed someplace, to put them.
Mm,
However, you know, all right, some people are just never satisfied. At least they is putting money back into the community, but 100 billion they said is not enough. They said we owed about 800 billion or 800 trillion. They want,
mm.
and so because they want for everything for all the things that blacks went through in this country.
Yeah,
At
I
the
can
same,
understand it. Clement,
Yeah, I can hear you.
you can continue, bro.
Yeah, I was just trying to make the point. The point I'm just trying to make is that is it
oh,
globally anywhere in the world, your color is like a big question. If you're a black man, whether you're coming from America, you're coming from Australia, you're coming from Africa, you find yourself in Europe, they will treat you like a black person. And the the problem has been the what do you call it? The era of colonization, the era of slavery, and all those divisions. They've actually divided Africans like among themselves. That's why you have issues. Oh, I'm African America. Oh, I'm Africa. It's because the white man succeeded in
yeah,
dividing Africa. Actually,
yeah,
look at what they did in even in Africa itself. The policy of assimilation, policy of association. You go to East Africa, is different from West Africa. You
yeah,
go to North Africa, it's different from the South African regions because the white man divided the black people and ruled us. So they've been able to control a black person effectively so that wherever you find yourself in life, whatever field you find yourself in, you have to do work time twice as hard as a white man to achieve the same result.
yeah,
If I find myself in a legal field, in my profession, practicing my arts, I have to do my stuff times two better than a white man because he's going to have clear advantage over me just because of color, not because of anything else. We are in the same field, we have the same degree, and I don't bring any cutting edge ideas or whatever to the table. They're going to give it to that guy, whether you like it or not. It's just the way it is. So I keep telling people Africa themselves ought to unite. That's what people like. What do you call it? Uh, uh, is it Mark? Is it Gavi? I forgot his name.
market guard.
Uh,
Mark Gavi. Yeah, it was. That guy made a point. He said even Americans should be happy that the blacks in America are seeking justice, not revenge, because if you look at the history, if you look at the history of Black America, from the time of slavery, slave trade, traveling on the ship, killing a lot of blacks on the ship,
Yeah,
bring them to America. There are places you couldn't even enter as a black person. You couldn't get to public balls. You couldn't get to some hotels with a white person until people like King started fighting, lost their life in the process. Malcolm X and all those prophets, black prophets, to redeem the black community. It's been war, but real Africans, we might know about those things. We might have read it in the book, but we didn't experience it in reality. I think that's just the difference. So sometimes we might not be able to relate as much.
it depends on where you're from because South Africans they experience appetite.
Yes, like good. South Africans are the best people that have, I can say, experience stuff like that because they
Yeah,
got it first. Yeah,
Nigeria is a very unique country.
yeah.
Such thing cannot happen in Nigeria. That's because man, it's hard for something to happen. Yeah, I like to talk. Not really like to talk now. When the British people came, they saw a lot of kingdoms already. They saw established empires already. They saw people. Their expectations was like overshadowed in a way. They thought they were coming to a place where maybe the
Like a ragtag
yeah, yeah,
society
a dumb
without order.
society. That was what they thought they were coming to. But when they came to Nigeria, they saw different stuff, and the British people are not the first people to visit Nigeria. It's the Portuguese people were the first people. You know, it's just I don't know. I think it's just divide and conquer, and
I think it's divide and conquer because at the end of the day, the all this what we're talking about goes very deep into history, and
Yeah.
the effects. What we're saying today is the results of what happened in the past.
Yep.
For a lot of people, because okay, these same people will tell you go back to Africa. But these are the same people that took the able bodied men from Africa, took the resources to build Europe, to build America. If
Yeah.
you study the story of Europe, they came to Africa to scramble for resources, to scramble for people because the society down in Europe, they had a lot of natural disaster, you know, cold temperament, nobody to work, they were dying. But by some way they're more technologically advanced. They could come to Africa, still took gold from Africa. Till tomorrow, they are still
Diamonds.
doing the same thing, taking taking resources from Africa, gold, crude, to build. Look at this country. Oh, what's the name of this country in where they have this uranium? What they're using producing this cell phone?
Congo.
That Congo. Thank you. Do you know when they pay workers in Congo less than $1? And that's where you get all those stuff you take to build to do all this cell phone and all that technology you're talking about. So
Wow.
till tomorrow they are still systematically, not directly, economically
But the thing,
enslaving Africa. And
but
uh,
the thing is that the Congolese themselves, the Congolese, there's a lot of tribes there, and they are fighting themselves. That's just so sad.
y- yes, because when you uh,
Imagine Congo is not a big country like Nigeria. They don't have more than 200 languages. How can they have such problems? Like even we Nigerians, we have problems in our country. We have tribalism stuff, but it's different. It's not to the extent of us killing each other. I think the only
That's going on in Congo.
I, yeah, they're just having problems. The small tribe, like it's a very small country compared to Nigeria. You can say Igbo and Hausa don't like each other because they had wars. But
do you know that some of the conflicts in
Igbo and
Africa
Hausa,
might be some of the conflicts
Igbo and,
anywhere in the world
Igbo and
can
Hausa,
be.
they still do business together. They see,
Do you know that some conflicts in the world can be put there by external forces because of their political gains? You might actually be like, okay, this tribe has uranium or they have steel. This tribe B don't have it. Tribe tribe A won't give it to you until you make tribe B feel that that stuff belongs to them. Then
Right.
tribe A and B will now start fighting over that same stuff just for you to come in from behind and get it, or to sell your sell guns or weapons to them to make money from what you are producing too. So
Chinese,
the world is complicated.
I,
Well,
I
Hmm?
wonder how China is was able to keep all their tribe, uh, their people together. They have different languages there, and they have different tribes, different ethnic groups in China. So how were they able to keep them close? I know they have conflicts.
well, it's called stubbornness. Okay, the Chinese, they weren't like black people, all jolly. When the white man come in, they tried to take China too, but they was too stubborn to let that happen.
Yeah, yeah, that's
No,
true.
no. The thing is that
So
I
yeah.
think Chinese also have internal conflicts, like what was it? What's it called? These people are very popular. Cuvette? No, Cubet or Cubet? They speak their own language. They are part of China, but they don't really like Chinese Mandarin people. They have their conflicts anyway. Like Taiwan. is
Yeah.
part of China in a way, but they don't really say they're Chinese. But anyway, they have good um, economics, so they are economically very stable. I mean, maybe Congo lacks that. It's just crazy.
Nah,
Just
well, I don't know who's making them fight against each other, but I don't know if you guys heard the same thing we are hearing over here in the states. Like in the states, Clemente, he probably heard it. You know, um, they putting it all over the news that in 28 states, the white population are not producing babies. You know, it's at a very high state that they're not reproducing, and they said the same thing is going on over in Europe. Like a lot of people, well, mostly a lot of people all over the world aren't having children like there was 20 and 30 years ago. You know what I'm saying? But they're just focusing on the white race, saying that they're not reproducing well. I don't know if y'all heard that over there in Europe. See, here in America, we always get crazy news like that. But to me, like, this is why it's so important for them to see, just as many black people die.
hmm. But
Yeah, it's
the thing is that they have taken Africans as slaves before. They have killed, they have tortured, but still, with rice, still many. But I don't know. So it's time to kill off the black race, I guess.
yeah, but
Yeah, it's psychology because when they see you as a black man in America, even those guys that don't come out to tell you to your face that, man, fuck you're a nigger, you're a slave, you go pick some cottons. Those that don't have that audacity to tell you to their face, they have it in their mind, and when they relate with you on some deeper level,
that's
you're gonna see them trying to show their color, trying to tell you that this is who they are, you know, because the reason is the slaves. When the other countries were liberating the slaves, America kept the slaves. So slavery was like a big business in America.
yeah,
Till,
America's
till,
first hustle.
till yeah, you see, I have that in my phone. Maybe I will send it to Bossy Blog later. You see, a deed for sale of a slave, where they will describe a human being, his feature, how tall he is this belonging to, you know.
Yeah,
Then the first time I saw that, I was like, what? How they sell out slave from slave master A to B, So that is still in their national consciousness, and that is what one of the reasons of the civil war in America, the moral question of slavery and all that, you
well,
know.
yeah,
So when they see you as a black man, they see something tells them that, like, oh, I'm superior to this guy, you know.
but
that
well,
something just ring that in their mind,
I could
you
say
know.
this: the descendants of slave owners, they're the ones who's running things in this country. Okay,
Of
like,
course,
yeah, all these
the
like
Rockefeller.
other people you see here, they came over here through the Great Migration with the Irish and the Italians. So yeah, we can't blame the white people of today for slavery because they didn't have nothing to do with it. But the people who run this country, you
Of
know,
course.
they
No,
are the
no,
descendants.
the people that run the people that run America are not the Jews. I get Jew people are the one that run.
Yeah, well, they got the banks and all. Yeah,
Yeah, so that they run it now, and now and soon the Chinese are gonna run it. Definitely, Chinese are taking over worldwide.
yeah.
Yeah, even in Germany here, the German um the there was some news about a German company, you know, complaining about um the lack of opportunity, because they gave the contract, the train contract, the railway contract to a Chinese company. They didn't give a German company. So
Uh,
guy was kind of saying, "What? Why would you kill? Why would you do that?" There was some riot about it, but the government here, they see that for Chinese to compute it is cheaper, so they're gonna go for the cheaper one. You know,
Wow.
if a German build a car for you, you know it's quality, but it's money. If a German build something for you, you know, is because that's what they call the German machine. They are very good in electronics and machines and trains and all that stuff. But Chinese now, they build it for you. They build it for cheap money, and a lot of people love. Everybody love something that is cheap. You know that for sure.
Yeah. So for some people in America, they think paying high price is good. You should see how they do with these darn Jordans. Every time they come out, $200 for them. Fuck that. You know what
Jordan,
I could do with $200? Just buy one pair of sneakers with it. Come on.
Jordan.
And what Jordans? They cost like I think they're made in China.
A lot of goods in America are made in China. A lot,
Yeah.
a lot.
Well, that's just how it is. Sometimes, people love material stuff.
Yeah. Who makes Samsung?
Samsung, who is Samsung?
The phone.
Hello.
Samsung,
Yeah.
Samsung. Uh, South Korea
Oh really? Whoa. Dang.
Is a South Korea owned company.
Oh.
Nokia, you know Nokia?
Yeah.
Finland, Finland owned company. Um, Toyota, Japan, Japanese owned, and Sony Ericsson is also South Korea owned, I guess. No, no, no.
Well,
I think it's Finland. Sony Ericsson. That name Ericsson is not a Japanese name.
well, I got two Korean products now. I got the Samsung phone
Mm.
and the Kia Sorento.
Samsung is a phone that has been available for a very long time, and one one thing about it, they always come up with new models: Samsung Galaxy 8, 9, X7, X6, X8, X9, and now
Well,
X10 coming soon.
I got the S9, the S7. They took that off the market because it kept exploding. I don't know if you heard about that.
No,
Yeah, over here in the states, it was exploding, kept catching fire.
oh really?
Yeah, so we don't have the S7 over here. They took that off and replaced it right away with the S8. That's so, and that sucked. I think what was it? The S7 Plus or the S7? No, one of them was exploding, and we don't have it no more over here.
There's
It
a
was
minute. Hold on.
Which one?
it was the S series, the S7 series.
Oh, Vito Bata is gone. Yeah,
No, that was Victor that left.
I think he left. Yeah, yeah. I guess he had to do something.
No, what time is it over there? It's like 12 o'clock midnight, right?
4 minutes to 12. Yeah,
Yeah.
soon to be 12.
Oh well, the time went up here. It's almost 7 o'clock here. 7 o'clock p.m.
Steve early there.
Yeah. It's 6:54, 6:56. It's still daylight out.
Today's episode was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was.
we had some fun. Went straight from boxing to politics. But
Man,
yeah, man,
it was.
Victor, he's just like you, Bach. He wasn't trying to hear that. Anthony Joshua is black. Well, not here in America, he's not.
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
If Anthony Joshua goes to a stall and they hear his accent, what would they think about it?
Well, they're gonna say he's proper. I mean, I don't know over there in the UK how they're gonna look at him, but Over here, they're gonna say he's well mannered and proper just because of his accent and the way he carry himself. He carry himself totally different. His body language and all is totally different.
They can tell straight up that Anthony Joshua is not
So
Black
why
American
why did
anyway.
Yeah.
why did Jeremy Miller called Anthony Joshua a non-conform?
Uh, hey, that's the difference between the two.
Miller just an idiot because
Yeah.
that
Why did he call
there's
him
A
Uncle Tom?
non-conchum. I don't even know what the heck that means. A non-conchum.
No, Uncle Tom. Uncle Tom.
Oh, and Uncle Tom.
Yeah, Uncle
Uncle
Tom.
Tom.
Well, all right. Because number one, like I told y'all before, all right, he's not looked at as black, and with that, with him being with Eddie Hearn, but look, he's with
But
Eddie Hearn too, right?
Jeremy Miller himself is from
Miller,
Yeah, but
like I said,
he's not Eddie Hearn main man. Like,
Miller is stupid. Is just talking those shits to like
Miller is from
to.
Belize. He's not really African American. He's not African American. He's Belize guy. So
is he?
But
yeah, it's
I
Belize.
think it was
Belize.
but I think it was born here. I think so.
I don't know if
It's
he was born there.
yeah, his mother. That guy sucks a lot of shit. It tells you his mother is Belizean. His father is from Asia, man. I don't want to believe whatever that guy is talking. That guy just a straight up fool because it's not even making sense. You know, if you're gonna have a problem with somebody, like just straight up have a problem with the person, like stop talking crass. That guy doesn't make sense. Today is gonna tell you he's Belizean, his mother is Belizean, and he is Belizean. If your mom is Belizean, are you Belizean?
I mean,
When you claim you say your dad is an Asian.
a lot of African Americans they claim so not all of them, some of them they claim every other identity other than Africa.
Yeah.
I'm Belizean, I'm Chinese, I'm Asian, I'm part Asian, I'm Aboriginal American, I'm European, come on,
Yeah,
man.
and you know the reason?
You
The
claim
reason is
every other
because
stuff without,
the reason
but you look
the reason is
African to
because
me.
the reason is because of the American media. The American media, we go to areas in Africa that I don't even know about.
Yeah.
Stupid areas where you see some children that have big stomach that are suffering from malnutrition. Then they will put it to the media in America and tell the black people here in America, like, look at how Africa looks.
Yeah,
Suffering, everybody's suffering, no food.
but they are like
Yeah.
there are places like that in China.
Yeah, no water. They put the African shit
There are
there because that
places
is part of
that
slavery.
maybe that's the reason
It's,
why the Chinese government don't want the Western media to
yes,
benefit.
that's what I'm saying.
That's what
The,
they prevent it.
yeah, they use that to fuck with their psychology, make them believe that, oh, you black men in America, we are doing you a world of good because we took you away from the suffering in Africa. Because you look at the picture in CNN,
Hey,
look at those nonsense
I
shit.
was told that
But
once.
they won't come to places in Africa. They fail to recognize that the richest black man in the world is a Nigerian. He's a pure African man. It's not
But
has nothing to do with America.
a lot of African Americans don't know that.
They feel that they don't know that the first three richest black people in the world are from Nigeria. They don't know that the richest woman, far richer than Oprah Winfrey, is a Nigerian. They don't show you all those areas in Victoria Island. They don't show you places in Abuja, in Maitama. They just show you stupid places where no human being lives. And tell them in America that, oh, this is Africa. This is
Yeah.
suffering. They will go to areas, some countries like Sudan that have been ravaged by war and destruction and show, oh, this is example. And that comes back to what I'm saying. That at the end of the day, these are the people that put those areas in those conditions. Because after you came and took their able-bodied men away, took their resources, those guys had to fight from the scratch. So that is why even in Britain is talking about trying to go and apologize to Africa for colonization, for the colonization, and see how they can recompense, pay them for what they did. Look at some of the artifacts in Africa, the pictures of the kings and the queens in Africa. Everything finds its way to museums in Europe, in London. Because these people bastardized the society, bastardized the people, then still fuck with the psyche of Africans everywhere in the world by peddling a very wrong and biased narrative of what African is. Some people will even tell you, I've been to America, some people will tell you, oh, when did you learn how to speak English? When I was in school, my professor was like, oh, this fluent English. Where are you from? And I asked myself, are these people so myopic? So they think in Africa you speak some stupid language that they don't even understand. That is not known to humans.
Yeah.
And some of them here they will call you, oh, Africa booty scratcher, because
They still
they,
say
they,
that.
they, 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 they just believe that Africa people there just relate with animals and jump from one tree to the other,
Yeah.
not knowing
Oh
that
gosh.
a lot
Gosh.
of a lot of a lot of people in Africa can feed so many Americans. Like take care of them, you know. So it's all propaganda to just continue to retain the
But
white
but but but, but,
superiority
but but
shit.
why can't the African Americans do their research by themselves? Like going there and see for themselves. Like is it like they like to go and see for themselves? Or
Yeah.
Mhm.
is this just a black thing for black people to just to be blinded by propaganda? Because if you tell a Chinese person, or the people are this, people are that,
But
maybe that maybe
but
that's the reason.
you know why I feel like that? A lot, not only blacks, a lot of Americans don't travel. You'll be shocked when you hear some Americans speak. You'll be like, what? Imagine somebody asking, "Oh, when did you learn how to speak English?" Some people still think that Africa is a country in America. They will tell you Africa, and they will tell you Africa is a country. That you have to try to explain to them that Africa is not a country; it's a continent. You have this country, and they're like, "Oh wow, I never knew." It's a lot of people think that way, because and the reason is that most people don't travel, and because it's a conditioning. They make them believe that America is the best place in the world. Like if you go anywhere else, you might, you know. And some people don't actually have money to travel. They just live from paycheck to paycheck. So
Yeah.
where do you actually have that money to save to travel? So most of them don't travel, except they have serious business or whatever. It's just like an African person. I've traveled to a lot of places in the world. I've been to Europe. I've been to parts of Africa. I've been to America. The only place I've not been to is like the Middle East and Asia, you know. But I can research on this country on through my internet. But people don't care. Yeah, people just want to go make that money, have a roof over their head, and just sleep and live their life.
Mhm.
So they just rely on maybe the media. It's in fact it's until not until recently that people started to know that, oh wow, some of these things we hear on the internet is not true. This is
Right.
not how these people are. You know, people, the media really brainwashed a lot of people. So, yeah, you know, it's a sorry situation, but it's what it is at the end of the day. You know.
Yup. That's true.
I think I'm gonna have to delete this video.
Why? 'Cause it's too long.
No, not because of that, but because of what we're saying.
Mm.
You know, if
I mean, it's not controversial what we're saying, but I mean, it's not conspiracy. You know.
I will have to open, I can create another channel for this type of topic, that kind of topic, because I don't
Uh.
I don't trust these people. Bro. So, when you I mean, like people say you're woken, a lot of people don't like that. Flag the video and say, oh, that's why.
Right. Yeah, we got 9 likes. So and most of those likes came when we was on this topic. But I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. Isn't there a certain part? Can't you cut a certain part out?
I might try it, you know. But if I cut it out, that means people wouldn't get satisfied with it. But we'll see what happens.
Oh God, I like
All right, good day.
that one.
But I was like, oh, this motherfucker actually went on a long tirade about America
No,
and
well,
the world.
because a lot of people, you know, want to know what the dilly is. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
In fact, that's what I'm thinking of. You're gonna start a YouTube channel. You're gonna dedicated. You know, it's like an enlightenment too. Try to enlighten the world, enlighten people, because people are in poverty, in squalor, in the dark because they don't get information. They are not informed, and if you are not informed, you're gonna be deformed. You know,
Right.
and when you are deformed, you can't be transformed. So people need information. They need to get out of the dark. You know, we need to discuss some of these things to help people out there.
ADOS say they want ADOS people. They say they want African citizenship from any country. I was just laughing when I said African country should give us citizenship.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they say they want citizenship. They have the same right like African have. It's not that easy like that. You've got to be.
Man, me, I feel I was telling someone, I don't know I'm gonna feel or I don't understand how blacks, African American blacks actually feel, knowing that they are just bound only to America. I don't know. Like
They feel happy about it separately.
maybe they are used to it because some things here I'm not I looked at them, I'm like, what? How do these people live with this thing? Even go away from the slavery aspects. Economically, you are still enslaved economically. You can get all the good things of life, but when I told somebody that in Nigeria you pay rent every year, not every month, they're like, no, that's not possible. I'm like, look at you. You pay rent once a year.
Damn.
In America, you have to pay your rent every
Every
month,
yeah, every month. Yep.
which means you better not lost your job, man. You better not
Oh
lost that job.
yeah, I had that happen to me once. I got laid off, and yeah, unemployment ran out. After that ran out, I got put out. I was like,
And
damn.
and you know what? That thing goes to your record in some places. They'll be like, "Oh, have you been evicted?"
Yeah,
Then you now start having issues when you want to get rent elsewhere.
yeah.
Crazy thing, crazy stuff happen. Then you go back to even when you have a mortgage. They're like, "Oh,
In Nigeria, you can pay rent you can pay a rent for a whole year if you have the money. You know,
Well, you could do that here, pay in advance, but it's gonna be expensive as I don't know what. Cause you get like a 1 bedroom for like $800 in certain spots.
eight eight
When I was in Nigeria, I don't know what the rent is
eight eight hundred
because
dollars.
because
A month, yeah,
That is very cheap.
when I was in Nigeria,
that's cheap.
That
N-
is extremely cheap
Not for
in Calif-
Jersey.
in California. In
and
California,
in Nigeria,
one
you hardly
a
see
bedroom
people.
is like 1,500,
You hardly
Damn.
see
1,500 or 2,000, depending.
In Nigeria, you hardly see people rent a flat or an apartment, except maybe they live in a big, very huge. Like for example, if you live in Banana Islands, where rich people live.
Yeah, I think I like it over here in Jersey
Uh,
now.
mo- most Nigerians they just build their houses,
Right. I
build their
wouldn't want to live in
apartment.
California now. It's too expensive.
California. Don't even
Yeah.
think of coming to California. People are trying to run away from California. Except if you go to the suburban areas, go to Bellflower, Bakersfield, you go to Palmdale, Lancaster, and all those areas. That nothing much is happening there, So you don't want to be there. California is expensive. Instead of California, just go live in Vegas.
All right. Chocolate Cafe. Who sounds like a preacher? Probably was talking about boxing block.
I don't know. I wasn't speaking.
Yeah, yeah. You was talking. You was talking about how they don't rent flats and everything. Not unless they come from a big city.
Oh, okay. Well, being growing up in Nigeria, I don't know what a rent is. I lived in my father's house, and my mother have her own house as well. And my grandfather has his own house. My grandmother has her own house. So I don't know what a rent is, you
Wow.
know. So I don't know. So it's not just when we talk about house, we're not talking about one flat. It's different. From when I got here, when I went overseas, I saw things different, and it was like for real. Someone would say, "I have a house. Where's the house?" I will unpack them. So I was like, "For real?" And then you've got to pay rent every month. So I was like, "For real?"
Yeah.
So it was crazy, but but I think everybody just enslaved to
Like
them.
that's what I try to explain to people, that society, it has to do with structure. That's why sometimes it's difficult for you to expect much from people in society A. Like, oh, me expecting much from people from here. Like sometimes I feel people here have opportunities, like can get student loan, can get full stamp, general release, and all that.
Oh, you don't get
But
it. You don't get it in Nigeria.
yeah, you don't get that in Nigeria.
No.
But in Nigeria too, the level of expectation is different. In Nigeria, I can sign up to work and I still be living. I can sign up to work, and man, my mom, my dad, my aunt, my brothers, even my church members, better gonna take care of me. You know, I will just not be comfortable. But here, you're gonna get full time. Let me get Section 8. Some people qualify for Section 8, but not everybody though. Some people, and there are some opportunities too, to be honest. But if you want to break even, you want to make it big, yeah, it's not easy because you have to go to school, get the best education, and you end up owing student loan. But the bad part is the rent. If you start paying rent here, what you earn a month is not even enough for you to go by. So you can't even pay 2, 3 months rent ahead. It's not possible because if you live in California, if you earn less than $5,000 every month living in California, man, your life will be very miserable.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
very miserable because you there are some areas in Inglewood, especially this stadium, they're bringing a two-bedroom flat now goes for like $2,500.
Damn.
One bedroom is like 1.5, 1.8. A studio is like $1,000. So if you earn now minimum wage is $13.25.
Yeah. It better
So
be.
if you work for 40 hours, if you calculate that, you see after tax, you have to go with less than like 1,800. So at the end of the day, you have to do two jobs to survive.
Yeah.
Two jobs, and you know what
Right.
that means? Like you're fucking with your health, you're fucking with your life. Like
Yeah.
you're not gonna have a life of your own.
Right. That's why
So
some people
it's,
go to
it's
the streets.
they go to the street, like you see a lot of homeless people.
Yeah.
California is the headquarter of homelessness.
They
Just
do
fucking
that,
go to the street.
or they sell
Because
their drugs, or
yeah, just be on drugs because a lot of people are already fucked.
yeah.
you know, you can't you can't go by. You have to be strong-minded. But if I live in a place like Nigeria, I don't think when I was living in Nigeria, I paid my rent was like 20% of my monthly income. So I can pay my rent. I can pay off my 1 year rent with my 2 months salary. You know what that is? That
Yeah.
means I have 10 months salary to all to myself. So I can choose to travel anywhere in the world. I can plan a vacation. And on top of that, I'm entitled to 1 month paid leave. I was telling my wife that. She was like, no, that sounds larger than life. Sounds too good to be true.
Right.
I'm entitled to 1 month paid leave. Then in December, I'm entitled to a 13th month salary. It means if I earn $2,000 every month. In December, I'm going to earn $4,000 besides other perks and other benefits that comes in December
Right.
because I'm a worker. You see, but in America, you have to build up vacation time. Most I have to build vacation time for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks a year. It's not paid. If you call up, you're not going to get paid for that. So some of those stuff affect people psychologically because people are just meant to work and work and work and work for them to be alive, work for them to live, just work. So some people get tired of some of those stuff, they just take to drugs and
Man,
just become homeless. you know,
wow.
just, right? So people just face it and be like, you know what, I'm gonna get
on top of the only difference maybe if you win lotto and you win the Powerball jackpot.
Right.
and, because of the people that do all
But
those
there's also opportunity
stuff.
In America. There's also opportunity in America.
Yeah, well, they say I'm still waiting. I hope I get the opportunity because me, I'm not saying. I'm not saying it. They say there's opportunities, but opportunity depend on a lot of stuff, when push comes to shove, you know that opportunity is not there for everybody, So
Yeah, that's true.
you just okay. Let me give you an instance. They sent me Capital One sent me a letter telling me I've been pre-approved for an auto loan between $5,000 to $35,000. Oh, somebody in Nigeria be like, oh wow, that's a great opportunity for you to have a good car for like $35,000. But
Yeah.
not knowing that once I get that car, my life is fucked.
Yeah.
Because right now, I've increased my bill. I have to think of car notes every
Yeah.
month. I have to service that car. I have to insure that car.
Uh-huh.
I have to register that car with the DMV. So I've opened up
What I
a new visa.
what I did, I had
Oh,
brought my car right out. It cost me 21,000, but I gave him cash for it. You know,
finish.
yeah,
If you
it's finished.
yeah,
I can't.
finish. If you can do that, and not everybody can do that, you know what
Yeah,
it means to have 21,000 for an average person in America? Of course, you know what I'm talking about. An
yeah,
average person doing the 40 hours minimum wage job, that's going to take you years to save. You
yeah.
can't.
Right.
You
You know,
just can't.
like I
So,
said,
I,
I got mine from an accident.
you
And
see,
I got 120 grand, but I'm not spending it all crazy. I just
you see,
needed a car, so
you see,
I didn't buy
you see.
nothing luxury.
You're lucky. Not everybody can be can be that lucky. So,
Yo, I mean, I
yeah,
almost lost a leg. That's not
you,
lucky.
you
I
see,
understand what you're saying, but
yeah,
that
yeah.
was
Well,
scary. That was very scary. I got ran over by a forklift. Ugh.
fuck that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy. That is crazy.
I'm laying on
Yeah,
the ground. Ugh. That was
shit,
crazy.
no, that's crazy. Well, I'm happy for you because at least with
Yeah.
that kind of money, you can do stuff. You can actually get a house for like 80 grand
So far,
in
shit.
maybe in Delaware or New Jersey too.
Right.
Just
I
start
was
your life.
thinking about doing that, but the taxes and all that.
That is the problem. That's why I keep telling people back home too in Nigeria, like they don't know if you buy a house here, that is another tax burden for you.
Yeah.
You keep you keep paying tax. You keep paying tax on
And
everything.
it
Like
and if you don't pay them
that, man,
taxes, you're
man.
still back. You out on the street.
Don't even play with the IRS. Don't even think of it.
Yeah.
Don't think of that. So they tell you there are opportunities, but there are a lot of limitations. They are just on you. Like society is on you. They just want to like do you, take back from you. Whatever you get, they want to take it back. They want to take it
Yeah.
back in tax. They want to give you some big things to use. Oh, we have this new Apple iPhone, Apple laptop. We can do a payment plan. They call it payment plan.
Right. Right. And you
Yeah,
know
because
what?
because
I
so,
had got a new phone last year. I'm not buying a new one. I'm not buying the S10. My S9 still work very well. You know, it works very well. I'm not buying no. I mean, I know somebody they get new phones every year. Every time they come out, they get new phones. Not me.
I'm, I'm telling you, that's what they do to you. That's what they do to you. Yeah, they just want you to start paying for something. Start paying. They
Yeah.
don't want you to have money on your own to save. Like
My
they don't
goodness
want you to
gracious.
plan. They don't want to take that money back.
Right.
So it's a real issue. Yeah. The only big people that makes it big is those guys that win the lotto.
Yeah.
Yes, you have the opportunity. Like you have a company, a business of your own. But you know what it is to have a company of your own. That shit ain't funny.
Right. Yeah. I
Where are
just
you
got
gonna get
another.
the money from?
I just got another text. All right.
That's another test.
Yeah.
So people say it's opportunities. Yeah, there are opportunities, but it comes with a price. Can you pay the price? That's the question.
Right.
It comes with a price, a lot
Yeah.
of price.
Hey, gang, my wife is on her way home, so I'm gonna get going now. Meet her. She's gonna come here and start cooking up.
No,
Cool,
not
bro.
man. It's nice
No,
talking to you, bro.
nice
Yo,
talking
it
to
was
you,
real
man.
nice. It was real
It's,
fun today,
yeah,
gang. Let's do this
yeah,
again.
yeah, man. It's real fun. I think I do this every other day, like with Boxing Block Center.
Yeah,
Just hit me up, and we can get going.
right. Thanks,
So it's really
everyone.
fun. Thank you,
Decor.
Sam. Is, is
eh,
Victor there? Still there?
No, he left.
Uh,
But I'm gonna say peace out to Victor, my man Boxing Block, and my man Clemente. Anyway, yeah, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. I enjoyed this a lot.
Cheers,
thank,
bro.
thank you so much, bro.
Uh,
It's a pleasure talking to you.
it's a
It's been
pleasure.
a
Peace,
pleasure.
gang.
Yeah, yeah, maybe I might see you someday.
Yeah.
See you together.
Maybe at Joshua Ward. And Joshua Ward or Jerry Miller.
Mila, yeah, but he's not coming.
No,
Uh,
no, I'm not. I might be up there with the Terrence Crawford fight and everything. I might. Me and Big Face Worldwide, we talked about it. I gotta let him know if I'm going or not.
oh, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let you know before then. Like, I'm gonna let you know I'm gonna be in New York by May 31st. So I'm just gonna give you heads up and let you know I'm around. So if we can see, yeah, that'll be fine. Because
Yeah.
I'm gonna be there for 3 days.
Oh,
Actually,
okay.
like, yeah, I'm gonna be there for 3 days
All right.
or 4. Yeah.
All right then, gang. I'll talk to y'all on the next one.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Thanks.
Have a very
Yeah.
good one.
You too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, Clemente.
Nothing, nothing Clemente. That guy, he don't Chris. That's why they call me, last time his father, I be Mexican. That's why they call us Mexican Clemente. Yeah. Oh, this,
Man,
this one room, man, I want to tell you, if you run something like this for another YouTube channel, it will make sense. So if you get a lot of views. The guy when they run matter like this, they just discuss general life issue like Andrew Tucker. I don't know whether you know that guy. You get two YouTube channel.
I don't know.
You get to they use one for sport. They use one to talk different matter, relationship, marriage life,
Mm,
society. Different things.
no, well, and
Different things.
I'll see what you have read. But I mean, I'll delete this video now. Nah,
I mean, delete am before they go talk say all this one they be read. They be terrorists. They are
because
not gonna look for me.
my channel don't get one strike. So and first flag where people do. So I want me if that one expire, then I want just make this one see
Yeah,
as in
yeah.
I'll open another channel so that people will feel just do that one talk about stuff like that.
I know, I know.
Okay.
It makes, yeah,
Too
just
much, man.
update me. Yeah, nothing to do,
Thank
my
you, bro.
brother.
Too much
Yeah,
respect.
enjoy, bros. Yeah,
No,
take
no
care.
respect. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Cheers, guys.
yeah, yeah, man.